Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of the Mariguard Mercenaries. We've had a little bit of a hiatus, and in that pause of time, we are accelerating things a little bit. As we get back to the Mariguard Mercenaries and our team of intrepid adventurers, we last left them as they were just leaving the Ley Tower. The Ley Tower was made stable once again. Captain Juno, spurred along by Silvermane, resumed the journey to Lebrookport. Now that the immediate waters of the Crystal Ocean were stirring once again, the SRN Dedica made the remainder of the voyage with no real trouble. Over the journey, the crew encountered numerous small inconveniences, but each were handled swiftly and with a level hand. Captain Juno made her delivery of Archibald Silvermane with no further issue, and despite the troubles that had plagued the task in the past, the remaining 7 crates of Banasite were safely and discreetly offloaded into the port. Time was not forgiving, however, and the delivery of Dura Adelon was still necessary. The voyage to Shorewatch, staying as far from the shoreline as possible to avoid any unneeded complications, was tedious and slow. The war between Aurelia and Kao rages on, and as it does, small skirmishes along the coast and between small fighting vessels attempting to scout enemy movements nearly interrupted the team's journey several times. But in the end, the high walls of the fortress city came into view, and Dura was received by a pair of tiefling women, along with an ensemble of heavily armed and armored infantry. He seemed unconcerned with this posse, and so, that task completed, the team boarded the Dedica one final time. The return to Ferrum. Returning to Ferrum was quiet, the quietest part of the whole journey. After a lengthy report to Persh of the shipwreck on Huldrift, the conflict upon the island, some mentions of green dragons, and a pirate port, Persh accepted the complications as simply that. Mercenary complications. None can predict a Leviathan strike, after all, so no fault was applied. The client did remark that the loss of half of the Banasite shipment ought to strike a mark in the final payment, but the Mariguard states that is simply part of the work of transporting illegally acquired goods, and would not be offering a refund of any kind. With the war striking hard, and many of the ports along the northern and western coasts closing their docks to incoming and outgoing vessels, business slowed. Business of all kinds, including those one might find within the mercenary town of Ferrum. The task list of available missions dried up for a while, and the team found themselves looking for things to occupy idle hands. Sylvie was pulled away, an exception to this lockdown. Her talents as a Triton and a Paladin, necessary for a deep-sea mission at the Shelf off the southern coast of Ceres, across the planet. Dahl, his hands eventually recovering, left to handle quiet work for the Copper Mask, and none more was said about that. But Maxwell, the rogue instructor, seems to imply Dahl is an apt source of information he still replies upon. For what? Who can say? He certainly won't tell you. Griffiths was called away to handle an investigation south in Nosvidania, one that needs his talents for the Shadow. And lastly, Ken Sedan, assumedly, was assigned to find the true heritage of the Prince of the Elves. The team, now reduced to Spring, Aaron, and Scythe, was still remarkably bored. The downtime was spent working on old skills, building tools and acquiring equipment the team could use, as well as collecting new members for their squad. Spring, having worked with the Calciox life cleric Renata Metaxas in the past, asked her if she needed a team. And to complete that team, by recommendation of Persh, Aria and Guy, a pair that are practiced in working together with Renata on a previous team, were assigned to them. And with a full complement, the team was ready for jobs. But there were none. At least for a while. But now, after a month of downtime and the tired routine having passed behind them, Pash has summoned the team for a new task. Once again, one that is hired by someone locally, not requiring any distant connections, at least not directly. The client, a human man named Vale Thorn, asked for the party to meet him at the Ship's Stool, a tavern nestled along the piers and docks of Ferrum's trade district. All of you stand within the concierge lobby of the Mariguard Mercenary Academy, standing in front of Persh, waiting to see exactly what sort of mission you might be sent upon. And as we look at our team, the familiar faces of Aaron, Scythe, and Spring on one side, and the strangers, one that this camera has never seen before, of Renata, Guy, and Arya, we must, of course, learn who our new characters are. And so we're going to start with Arya.
Arya stands near Guy. She honestly stands a little bit behind him at most times, like almost using him as a shield between herself and other people. She is an average height female human. Her hair is gray, but not in any stylish way. It looks like it's aged, and a little bit brittle even. She's got pale eyes, and she wears leathers, very indicative of her status as a rogue. And she carries a bow strapped across her back.
Okay. And then, since he was mentioned, we must then go to Guy.
Sure. Guy is a little bit tall, not overly tall. He's a human man. Kind of like a nondescript. He's just like a guy. like he's
Just a
handsome,
guy.
but not remarkably so, and tall, but not remarkably so. But he looks friendly. And he stands in front of Arya with a kind of a open half smile. He's got hair that's not quite brown and not quite blonde.
It's very forgettable.
Yeah.
So
A pleasant addition, but you're not going to miss him if he's gone.
Guy is a guy.
Yeah, he's just a guy.
Okay. Noted. Then to the left of them, Renata, who are you?
I'm so embarrassed. I wrote a description and it's a little long. So sorry I'm not going to be as succinct as the first two, but I wanted to be prepared, so I'm just going to read it.
Go for it.
Renata is a waif of a woman. When first looking at her, it is immediately apparent that she is someone who does not, or perhaps should not, spend any time in the sun. Her skin is pale, almost translucently so, with the webwork of veins plainly scrawled beneath the surface. Renata is quite pretty, with fine cheekbones and wide, expressive eyes. She's also very gaunt, bordering on malnourished. Renata's pale skin clings to her cheeks and jawline in sharp lines and angles. Her hair is all thick, dark waves, worn up in a messy bun, barely containing the strands that would most certainly be a lion's mane when not tied back. She wears a plain white half mask that covers the left side of her face, which almost blends in with her pallid complexion. Anyone who has seen her more than once would realize that they have never seen her without the mask. Most notable of all is the fact that Renata has two different colored eyes. The right one is a deep dark brown, the left one on the masked side of her face a vivid green. Beyond her striking face is how strikingly small she is. Standing at barely more than 5 foot, it's almost comical how her thin frame disappears into a set of full plate armor. In the center of the chest plate is a prominent symbol etched into the metal, a circle pierced by an arrow, a drop of blood dripping from that arrowhead. Out of her armor, which was exceedingly rare, Renata likely could not weigh more than 90 pounds. It was anyone's guess how she managed to sport a set of armor weighing a third of her total body weight, but she never seemed to struggle with it. On her back, she carried a spear and a bow as tall as she was. That's Renata.
Okay. So, as this team of assembled individuals stand in the lobby and Persh is sorting out the parchments that he requires to hand you, he looks up. Spring.
Yep.
I'm assigning you as leader, at least for this mission, at least for now.
Spring already had her hand out for the parchment.
Right. Not going to say we're presumptuous, are we? And he hands you 10 sheets of transcription paper. He hands you a map. From what I understand, the task that is going to... Well, I don't actually know specifically what the task is, but I know that the ship, the Water Witch, has been commissioned for this task, which has a dive bell, so you might be ending up with some undersea explorations. As such, you are to acquire... He looks at your team. 6 potions of water breathing from Sekka on your way out. Additionally, if you have any other means by which you can, well, stay underwater for an extended period of time, you maybe want to look into that. I realise with the inconvenience of Sylvie having just left, well, life is what it is. It's a funny thing, isn't it? Anyway, you're to meet the client at the ship stall. I assume he'll know you when you arrive. But you should be looking for an older man, part of the, he, like, looks at a note with a... He kind of, like, furrows his brow. Okay. The Collegium of Oceanic Exploration. I don't know what that means.
Exploration?
He, like, turns it around to show you, and it says Collegium of Oceanic Exploration.
Oh, so he's like a nerd.
He's like a nerd. Right. What up? Yeah, a nerd. But he said it's a matter of life and death and people are missing, so... Well...
Grave.
All right.
Oh, a moment. As he hands you the map of Kylus Bay, which is a huge swath of Crystal Ocean, but it is just the swath of Crystal Ocean that is surrounded by the continent of Ishi, Aurelia wrapping around all one side, Ko above, Nosvidania below. He says, I was told to send you there as soon as you are able. So, mate Sekka, get your supplies, get yourselves ready for a voyage, as I don't know how far you're going. They said the allotted timeline for this task was a week and a half, so it can't be too far.
Okay.
I expect updates via the transcription paper.
Will do.
Alright, off you go.
Off to second.
Mhm.
Because Scythe will understand why, Spring hands one of the sheets of transcription paper to Scythe, just in case.
Just in
Fine,
case
we'll
the
hold on
ship
to that.
sinks and then
Yeah,
the
just in
transcription
case
papers are lost.
all of their transcription paper gets lost, so someone has a backup, just in case.
Redundancy. Scythe nods and vanishes it into her back.
Okay, you...
Go see second.
For those of you who don't remember, transcription paper is a mechanic that allows you to send a message to the owner of the transcription scroll, in this case, Hirsch. You write a message on the transcription paper, and as soon as you sign your name on it, poosh, it vanishes to appear in the hand of whoever it was that owns the transcription scroll, who can then read the message and write back to you. Each piece of transcription paper is good for 1 send and return, and you can write as much as you can fit on that page.
Cool.
So, all of you, I assume, gather and turn to leave the lobby of the Mariguard Mercenary Academy, venturing out into the courtyard where, opposite you, are the portcullis that are always open out into the town of Ferrum, and to the left of that, the stable with the blacksmith shop attached to it where Sekka, the half-orc blacksmith, is hard at work, as always.
Spring rolls up and nods at Sekka and says, "We've got 6 water-breathing potions requisitioned."
All right. Yeah, I heard about that. Okay. She turns to the massive armoire behind the anvil, pulls it open, begins sifting through various drawers until you hear the tinkling of glass on wood, and she pulls out 6 very small, very narrow vials of a silvery blue liquid that she sets in front of you.
All right, team.
Are we all taking one?
Okay.
Spring will pick hers up.
I will as well.
Everybody,
Add it
please
to my inventory.
add a water-breathing potion to your inventory. Inventory.
Inventory. We can get supplies from Seka, generally speaking, yes?
She's the quartermaster. Yeah, you can generally get whatever you need.
Is Renata aware of if she can get diamonds
You
from
can ask.
Seka? She would raise her little hand.
Yeah,
Excuse
what?
me.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we could ask you for diamonds in case of revivification.
I might have a couple. How many do you need?
Well, I don't exactly have a lot of gold on me right now, but
One might expect that if they might die, they might pay you to cover them coming back. And she,
She'll-
looks at your team.
I don't want to be presumptuous, but I only have 50 gold.
I can cover you.
Just
Spring will put down 50.
Each one is 300 gold, and I have 2.
okay, I have 50. Spring said she would pitch in 50s. Anybody else who would like to potentially be brought back to life?
Yes, I will provide you with.
50?
I have more than that. 1 second.
Yeah, I'll throw in 50.
Okay, so it's 150 with me, Spring, and Guy, and whatever.
I'll give you
Side
another
description.
150.
Fantastic. Thank you very
Not-
much, guys.
Not to be outdone, Aaron will buy the second one.
Just a full 300?
Slam your big dick on the table, too, why don't you?
Hey.
That was out of character.
I was going to say,
Arya
This is
kinda,
not Sylvie.
hesitates, and then she tells Renata, if either Guy or I die, I will reimburse you the cost.
Oh, that's not necessary. It's a group
Yeah, better not
effort.
be. Right?
This is a
We're not gonna
team.
die.
yeah,
This is a
you're all
team.
going to live forever. As Seka's, pulling open another door in the armoire. She pulls out 2 small wooden boxes. Each of them has, a length of rope around them. Each one says on it in fine hand-painted lettering, in case of emergency, find cleric.
Oh, that's me.
Case of emergency, find cleric.
Yeah. On the other side, that says revivification diamond, 300 gold pieces worth. 1.
Incredible. Since we're stocking up, if you could spare a health potion, that would be great.
I could sell you a health potion.
That's what I mean, of course.
50 gold.
Yep.
I'll take one of those.
50 gold. Okay.
Yeah, I hope we don't go anywhere expensive. I have no money left.
That's what you get paid for, right?
Right.
Is
At the
what
end
we
of
get
the
paid
job.
for.
I want to make it clear. Renata has a very thick Porcelain accent, but I am a pussy and I'm not willing to try to do an Australian accent. So just fill that in. Arr! She sounds Australian adjacent, but I attempted to do it in my car alone and I wanted to die, so I'm not going to do it in front of you guys.
Aw.
Understand.
It's all good.
I-
There's no pressure.
Maybe I will in a couple weeks or months.
I would also like to state for the record, just so I have it on camera, that I think we decided this very day, this morning, before they got the job, Spring sent off 400 gold via courier, magical courier, to her parents.
That was what you decided to do during our breakdown of your downtime. Okay.
So she had money, and now she does not.
Okay. Are there any other supplies you guys want to purchase here? Maybe some magical ammunition or, I don't know. Use your imagination.
Sorry, go ahead.
Guy's gonna buy a couple of health potions too from Seka. I assume. Like 50 gold?
50
I'm
gold a
sorry.
pop. Greater
here,
ones are
alright.
250.
Yeah, let's not. I mean, we're definitely not going to need that. So he'll just buy 2
So
normal, and
I
he
will
will.
buy 1 greater.
Okay. You notice the greater health potion has a single glass stripe around the vial. That's the only indication that it is a different potion. Rise, do you
Can I
have
give
something?
one of the potions to Arya,
No.
by the way.
No, I'm just shaking my fist because I can't seem to add items properly.
All good. Are you trying to add it on Foundry? Guy, why are you exhausted?
He's been trying to
Remember
add
you
things
said-
to a sheet.
No, I had to be exhausted because of a roll in the
Oh.
downtime.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you
Yes,
for
I was trying
reminding
to
me.
add, add on Foundry, by the way. Should I add on D&D Beyond?
If you want to add it on Foundry, you just have to tell me, and then I will put it in your inventory.
Oh, yes.
So
Health
you're trying to
potion and
add
a
health
potion of
potion,
water breathing?
potion of water breathing, potion of health. Yeah. Here we
Can
go.
you add that greater to size the inventory for me?
Yep.
Thank.
Potion
Thank
of
you,
healing.
gracious DM.
Mm-hmm.
I am sure you have made this ruling 1,000 times and I've missed it. I have a repeating shot, so I have a magical weapon, but that doesn't mean that that doesn't magically make my ammunition also magical. Yes,
Yes, it does.
it does.
It does
It just
not
doesn't
make
make it a plus one.
Correct.
It just
It
make a
still
plus-
behaves like magical ammunition for the purposes of defeating resistance.
Okay, great. That's I the player will get too confused if I try to do that because I already have a +1 weapon, so I'm just gonna not. I'm just gonna be like, nope, it's magical. We're just gonna go with what it's got.
Okay. All right.
I can't buy anything else because I have no money. So, is there anything else anyone needs?
Is there anything you need, Renata?
Oh, no. I mean, I don't have any healing potions, but that's kind of my job, is to provide the healing.
Spring will hand you the one she just got.
You really don't have to.
Renata, if you go down in combat, all of us are going down in combat. You should have a healing potion.
That is sound
Very good point.
logical.
If only all teams would treat their clerics like that, Trait would have less complaints.
Thank you, Spring.
Thank you for keeping us alive in advance.
Is that everything, guys?
Seth
Do you
nods.
do you have any arrows
I
that
have
might be?
plenty of arrows. What do you want?
Do you have any magic ones?
Yes. I need to know what you want. Just basic enchantment for +1, elemental, utility arrows. What are you looking for?
I don't know.
Okay.
How much would the +1 cost me?
10 gold for a sheaf of 10.
Hmm. I suppose I could do that.
Then I suppose I can sell them to you. And Seka pulls a small sheaf of arrows. Each one gleams in the sunlight, and she sets the sheaf down in front of you.
Arya slides her money across, like, very sadly. Then she takes the sheath and adds it to her quivers.
Okay, make a note you bought 10 +1 arrows. You do need to keep track of those, but you can recover them.
For half of them, yeah.
Half?
You can recover half after
Says who?
D&D. D&D.
They're magic arrows. They don't break. Just, you can go get
okay.
them.
Okay. Oh, D&D told me that, like, you can only recover half of your arrows after every fight.
I imagine if you launched one into like a bottomless pit, you wouldn't be able to get it.
It will depend on how badly you miss, but for the most part, magic arrows don't break, and if you keep track of where you've shot them, you don't lose them.
Or like if we didn't have the time to spend to find them, and if we had like run or something, we probably wouldn't get them
True.
back.
Or if they got carried away by a jellyfish.
the idea that magical
Definitely
weapons,
gonna
which
happen.
are much more durable than normal ones, that you only get half of them back because D&D said so, is nonsense to me. So,
Okay, that's fine. That's where I got my information.
no worries. This ruling is in your favor.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Anything else?
potions, arrows, diamonds. Does everyone want me to carry the diamonds? I know we all bought them together.
I feel like, yeah. you should
Seems
definitely
like
have them.
Oh, I just didn't
I
want
have
to.
I have a
Sure.
bag of holding. I have a bag of holding, but it seems like you should have them.
Okay, I will carry them.
Perhaps you might split them, like the
Do
other.
you think that's a good idea? In case my body is destroyed somehow?
Damn.
Jeez.
Well, it's always possible.
But we're
Like a lava pit where I'm consumed.
If that
guys, we're
happens,
anticipating some dark shit right now.
if
Thought
that
I was
happens, we will
supposed to
have
be the
other
dark one.
concerns than a missing diamond.
I suppose then.
Yes.
Do any of you know how to cast Revivify?
Yes.
Insight
Really?
check.
Insight check? Okay. Roll
Yeah,
the
does he?
appropriate roll, Aaron. Can you cast Revivify, Persuasion, or
I
Deception?
rolled really bad.
Not
Oh,
yet.
I forgot to connect my thingamy. Who? I rolled a 17.
21.
Wow.
Oh.
Why? You're not sure Aaron can cast. You're not sure he's telling you the whole truth.
Aren't
Okay,
you a
well,
warlock?
we'll put a pin in that.
Yes. Also, yes.
I don't think I've ever heard in my extensive research and understanding of Arcana and magic of a warlock that can cast Revivify.
That's correct.
I'd love to see you do it.
I'd love to not have to see
What if
the
you made a
attempt because then one of
Roll,
us would
hold
be
on,
dead.
Spring. Roll Arcana, because that's not true.
What if you made a pact with like an angel or something?
I have not.
Well, but theoretically, not everything's about you, Aaron. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Good meet you as well.
Spring, you know Celestial Warlocks.
Not
can
everything's
cast
about you.
Revivify.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I think Spring knows that and is still being like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I mean, you know he's bullshitting.
I know he's
We
full
all
of shit,
knew
and so I'm
that.
sort of like, you're full of shit.
Well, I realize that
she's
if I am dead or destroyed, no one could cast it anyway, so I guess it wouldn't matter if I had both diamonds or not.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
good.
Exactly. Hang on to him.
Okay.
We do sell
I can't-
potions
can't.
of Revivify if you need, but they're a little out of your budget, I think.
I think
How much
so.
are they?
3,000 gold.
Do you take credit?
No. Especially not from Warlock students, Aaron.
Wow.
That feels a little profiling to me. Just like people thinking I can't cast Revivify, but
We train
Yeah.
you fucks here. Do you really think that I don't know what you're about?
She's got a point.
We
All
also
right,
train fucks like him, too, and we wouldn't give him one either. And she's pointing
Hey.
at Guy.
something about you, guy. Can't quite place my finger on it.
Yep, please don't.
As soon as Aaron says that, Arya like reaches for an arrow and like narrows her eyes a little bit
Oh,
at Aaron.
let's quit stalling, I guess. And,
I believe we're wanted at this ship's stool.
yeah.
Let's go. I got it. By the way, I can't cast Revivify.
I know.
I
Let's
feel
go.
like joking has really not this team's strong suit.
Yeah, we're anticipating. I mean, yeah,
I hate
tension is
that.
high
That's
for
a
some
joke.
reason.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be a real lighthearted thing, and then I felt committed to the lie after I saw people scrutinizing me.
All right, well,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
Appreciate
walk
your
away now.
honesty,
It's a
though,
little
Aaron.
weird.
we're all gone.
Okay.
Guys, kind of hurting Arya. So that's fine.
Why does she have a narrow her eyes?
What?
She looks angry.
I don't think you're supposed to just ask people why they look away.
Sorry.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me, but I don't know. People are sensitive.
Yeah, like a Yeah, no, I get that.
So, you
Ship
gather
stool.
to head to the ship stool. Anybody who's been in Ferrum longer than a day knows where the ship stool is. It is a tavern along the pier. Let me go ahead and pull up the Ferrum map because it is a little bit of a ways. You guys are leaving the Mariguard Academy, which is here, obviously, by the big letters that say Mariguard Academy. Oh, you stupid map.
I guess we are like, there's people missing and it's a matter of life and death and stuff that we should probably not stop and get ice cream.
You can do whatever you like.
Ooh, ice cream. I'd like some ice cream.
Okay.
How much is it clear that Scythe wants ice cream?
Roll an insight check.
Can I also join in on the
Scythe,
Sure.
Scythe. If you're
I know Scythe has a sweet
we're going to
tooth.
be walking
Yeah.
past the park where the cold cream seller sometimes is. She's definitely going to be looking for him, whether or not it's a good idea.
He's there. You see, there is a strange fellow behind a cart with a metal roof over it. It's the guy. Anybody with a passive insight above 15 or a passive perception above 13 immediately recognizes this guy is misshapen. He's wearing a long coat that reaches down to very large boots, but there's like parts of his body beneath the coat are like lumpy. Looks real wrong.
Which guy? This real? Or who?
The
Ice cream
The
seller.
vendor
The ice
who's
cream
selling.
seller
Oh,
looks
okay.
lumpy.
Sorry, I got a little...
I'm not describing any of you.
No, I just derailed us immediately upon leaving town.
Yeah.
Leaving the
So right next to East Park is the vendor who sells frozen cream, and you watch as he pulls out frozen like stone bowls and fills them with a various flavor of frozen creams, of which he has a number of selection in front of himself, and he's giving each of them out. And every time he says, "Make sure you bring the bowl back," to everyone who buys some.
Is it warm in Ferrum? Is it winter?
Yeah,
Is it
it is
What
like
season is it?
it's like early autumn. It's like September. So it's not hot, like it's not frozen cream weather, but that doesn't stop anybody
It's
ever.
never stopped me.
Yeah.
I'm just
If
saying,
you
I'm
want,
very cold in real life, so I want to be warm.
fair enough. If you want to go buy frozen cream, you can. You see that there is a marker that says stone bowl 1 silver, wood bowl 5 copper.
I'm gonna
just-
put a silver into Scythe's hand. I do not care how I did on that inside check. I'm going to put a silver into Scythe's hand as she looks over there and tell her, "Get me honey lemon. I'll meet you there."
Scythe pauses for just like a second, and then she glances at the rest of the group and she goes, "Does anyone else want?"
Oh no, thank you.
I see you all looking.
Aaron, completely oblivious, is like, yeah, I'm coming with you.
Guys, just make sure you eat it fast. We can't let the client see us
Mm-hmm.
snacking.
What flavor you want? I got 4. We got honey lemon, we got vanilla,
We
we
got
got
4.
clover, and we got chocolate.
Chocolate.
2 honey lemon.
2 honey lemon. All right. Is that wood balls? You didn't say
You-
anything.
Push to talk.
I was muted, sorry.
It was weird. I saw your mouth move and nothing came out.
That's very strange because you can't see my mouth move. There's like a plate over my face.
Looked like your mouth moved.
It was all very weird. Anyway, Scythe will come out with 2 silver and buy 2 stone bowls worth.
All right, I need the bowls back. And he gives you 2 bowls. Each bowl is big. It looks like a child's helmet full of frozen cream. And he hands you these 2 bowls of honey lemon ice cream.
I'd like chocolate.
Wood bowl or stone bowl?
Stone bowl.
It's a silver.
Big roll.
I don't have any, and I just give him a gold and say I'm not bringing the bowl back.
Okay. That's fair.
You bought like 10, 10 bowls worth just now.
I'm just carrying a bowl of chocolate frozen cream. Super happy.
Anybody else? You all look like you could use a sweet treat before some horrible thing happens to you.
Oh, thank you.
Are
That's
you sure?
a very ominous thing to say from a frozen cream vendor, aren't you?
This is the
Joyful.
town of adventurers.
We are in Ferrum. You're Mariguard Mercenaries. Are you kidding me? I know what goes on around here.
It's across the street from the academy. Like he sees people like us all the time.
Can I?
I know.
Can I roll investigation on this misshapen guy?
If you
figure out
want.
what okay.
Scythe just starts eating her frozen cream while she's walking and just marches off towards
Yeah, same.
we're just heading towards our goal. I don't know if she's going to be able to eat the entire bowl of frozen cream before we get there. I don't know if forged are subject to ice cream headaches.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to find out.
It's actually like it's a different feeling. It's like a sugar frozen headache that almost feels like just tingles and static in the back of your head. It's really powerful, and it's almost like taking psychic damage, but not quite. With a 19 investigation, Spring, you get a good look, and there's a moment when the reflection off of Renata's armor shines like sunlight up into the hood, and you see a kobold's face. And considering this individual is like 6'6", 6'7".
Wait, yeah, like okay, so this is several kobolds in a trench coat. Is
Yeah.
what I'm getting.
It's a few kobolds standing on top of each other's shoulders, serving frozen cream.
Spring tilts her head.
What? What are you
and
looking at?
shakes it.
You gonna buy something or what?
You're very tall.
Thanks.
For frozen food.
I don't like your style.
My style is flawless. Thank you.
Nice.
Her little
sorry.
Armistice Arcane breastplate on her armor that she keeps like flawless at all times shimmers.
Frozen cream, come get your frozen cream. It's fresh and hot. I mean, cold. Come get some.
And he's like calling that out across the street as he's like pointedly no longer looking at you.
Spring is absolutely not bringing the bull back. she's going to ship stool.
Yeah.
Wow. You're gonna steal the bowl?
They all did. They're all like, we're just leaving. Bye.
Everybody but Aaron stole the bowl. Aaron actually paid for a
Yup.
bowl.
I feel like I
And
paid for a few
Rebecca-
bowls, you know,
You did,
honestly.
yeah.
We probably could get away with no bowls
to
for
be
turning.
honest, the whole point of my getting a stone bowl in the first place was I assumed that those were the ones that you were maybe allowed to keep because they're more expensive. But I was wrong about that, so I guess
Like a
why not? I
refillable
guess.
bowl? Like a
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it
yeah.
was.
Oh, like at Disneyland.
No, the
I thought it
stone
was like
bowls
more
are
than
kept chilled. He doesn't have as many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
now we have
why they're
even
more
less.
expensive. You fucking monsters.
If
Alignment
they
shift.
have it-
All of you.
Chaotic
Right,
evil.
so-
Go on.
Hey, Aaron paid for his bowl. It's not on the line.
I think I paid for all of our bowls. I'm pretty certain. I don't know D&D money conversion, but I'm fairly certain I just did. I gave a lot more.
No.
Yeah. Oh, let's go to the ship school.
Okay. As you, hold on. I need to mention this. You'll notice once you've eaten the frozen cream out of that stone bowl, Aaron, the bowl stays cold.
It's a bowl of
It's
cold.
not. It's not just a stone bowl. Anyway,
Bowl of golden.
Yeah, it's a bowl of colding. I feel like once Spring realizes this, she will make sure to return them before they leave.
yeah, you will
I mean,
now that I've
she's
said that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
Well,
always
well, 'cause
planning
he's
on
not
returning the
invisible.
bowl. I just didn't say when.
Okay, anyway. You guys are making your way toward the ship stool. If you're trying to scarf the frozen cream before you get to the ship stool, it's a con save.
Side is
doing that.
absolutely
Yep.
doing.
No, it's what? 25.
DC's 10. Scythe, you give yourself a really bad headache, and you get
She-
you take 2 points of psychic damage.
She earned
The barbarian! Oh my god.
It's delicious and sweet and smooth, but as you're like forcing it down, it's like a stacking pain that just suddenly, like when you get to the bottom of the bowl, you're like, ah! It's miserable. The DC was 10. Everybody else succeeds. You know the old trick of don't let it touch the roof of your mouth, and you're good.
I think Scythe must have a different intake port. She doesn't really have the ability to do that.
Let's not think about that too much. As you guys head down south toward the docks, you pass through the market of Ferrum. Some of you with bowls of frozen cream, and as you do, I need one person to roll me a d8.
Wants to do it. Not all at once.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was reading the chat.
I got
Somebody got it.
7!
Ah.
Okay, I need a d100, please.
I'm just derailing us all over the place.
I
Apparently.
love it.
35.
35. That doesn't work. Roll that again. I'm sorry.
Okay, how do you feel about 62?
62. Okay. Yeah. As you guys walk through the market, you see there's one building that is basically closed off. It is a rickety old building. It's been there for a long time, and a most recent storm has actually damaged the building to the point where it's likely no longer safe. And as you're walking by, there's a ton of people just... They're wearing like the city workers' clothes, basically just these leather protective gloves and sleeves and just loose linen tunics and trousers, and they're just kind of standing around. They're in the way, actually, as this edge of the market, and it's getting difficult to get by. And this building that's been kind of sanctioned off has like this large swath that's separated out by wooden barricade, and you find your way is blocked here. You could try and force your way through, go around, or see what the hell is going on.
Scythe is very unaccustomed to things that are in her way remaining in her way as she approaches because she's quite large.
Okay.
And she's kind of scowling as she just sort of walks towards the obstacle.
Scythe, we could just go around.
Why?
Because we don't know what they're doing here. We might be interrupting something.
I personally think you should go right through the center.
I feel like we have a job to do.
We do
Maybe not getting into trouble or involved in things that aren't our business is the way to do that.
That seems like the fun
Should an
part about the
investigation
job.
to figure out what's going on to see if we can get around it more easily.
I'm sorry?
What can we see beyond the barricade? What can we see beyond these people?
It's a
The
bunch of Frenchmen.
Frenchman?
I love Les Mis.
Okay.
A barricade. It's a barricade.
That went so far over my head, I couldn't even hear it.
Sorry, continue.
Okay.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Trash.
Anyway, you look beyond the barricade, you see that there are individuals, these workers, they don't look like they're working. They look like they're standing around just waiting for something. The ground in front of the building, now that you're closer and looking, the ground is like... The cobblestone is wet. It's almost like a marsh. It does not look like you should walk through it.
Oh, like it's coming. The wetness is coming up from the ground and making.
Yeah. It
Everything
looks...
Like a
soggy.
sinkhole, but damp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's like this specific building is a bog.
Oh,
That's weird.
probably shouldn't step in that.
Guy will call out to the nearest person and say, "Hey, can we get around this if we just go down this street over here instead?"
Hmm.
Thanks.
Hmm.
Well, whatever. I'm not getting my boots money yet.
Bogfoot. Very deadly.
Yeah, that's killer. You gotta watch out for the bogfoot.
So you go around.
That's what
But
Guy's
yeah,
gonna
it looks
attempt to do.
Yeah, it looks like
Renata
we're
will
gonna
follow
go down.
immediately after.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything different?
Arya kind of like narrows her eyes a little bit at Renata and then like kind of moves behind guys between
gonna
them.
put-
If we
She'll
were in a hurry, I
step
think Ford would
back.
probably like
Oh no, Guy's oblivious.
What did you say, Scythe?
since we are on a job, I'm not gonna just chase every piece.
No,
of
no,
food.
no. By all means, take your time.
Mhm.
No. By all means, let's go to the
No, let's go.
Ship stool.
We're going to ship stool.
Okay. You guys, you go all the way around the building. You notice that the building, now that you're here and you're on the side of it and you can see where the ground meets the edge of the building is sinking.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Sorry to this building.
built different.
It's on another level. You guys
It's
make your
really
way
sick.
around the backside until you get to like one of the alley streets that leads down and you can go farther south. That's what you rolled. Yay.
Hooray.
A condemned building that was magically
Structural
put into a
damage.
swamp. Anyway,
Damn it, I wonder.
yes. Who
But not
knows?
that much.
You get south to the docks, where they are extremely busy and full of people, offloading and loading ships, and you see the ship stool. Those of you who've been here before, it's kind of a small tavern. It's nestled right off the pier, but the door is always open, and it smells really profoundly of stale beer. It is not as fancy or pleasant as the Mariguard, the tavern up by the academy, but it serves its purpose as a sailor's bar. And as you're approaching it, you see there is an old man missing all the hair on his head, with very fierce, like pale brown, almost yellow eyes, who's just like tapping his feet while he's waiting.
Oh, that's probably him.
He does look like he's impatiently waiting for something.
Mm-hmm.
Guy looks at Spring. Are you guys still eating ice cream?
No, we all rolled con saves to eat it fast.
Yes. All right.
The only one
It
who
was
failed
wonderful.
was Scythe, who is now holding, like, Scythe, you still have
It's got me a
some
little
in-
bit of it.
Yeah, you had to stop, or you were going to kill yourself.
I'm gonna open the bag of holding for the bowl before we walk up.
For the what?
Scythe does not want to relinquish her bowl.
Okay,
She just rips it. She's just like holding on to the stupid bowl.
that's fair. That's fine. We can bring them back later. Probably just better that the client. Whatever. Fine.
Aaron
Fine.
has already dumped his in immediately. Just
Yeah.
like it's a
Very
trash
much.
can.
It's just somebody's
Spring
like
is
basket.
"Oh,
for
has
it.
any equipment on it?" Okay.
Oh, I've cleaned that first. There's still some chocolate cream, and I'm sure it's fine.
Do you want to talk? I'm not great with people. Do you want to talk to him,
Oh,
Everyone loves me.
oh,
Mr. Charisma?
Yeah, let's see it.
Guy, I've seen you hold a great conversation. I really.
I'm
think
really
this is
tired,
a-
Renata. I'm just gonna hang out here for a second.
Oh no. Or maybe.
Ah,
Excuse me. Mariguard
so-
team.
Scythe is like watching you guys try to pick who's going to talk, and she's just got this look on her face like totally blank.
hold on, before anybody else says it, I truly believe our most charismatic member is Scythe. Okay, clearly, look at the charm, look at the personality. You should be doing all the talking for us.
The man is leaning
Okay, so-
against the banister on the front and just like watching all of you stand here and talk. And he says, "Are you perhaps the Merigard team I'm waiting for?
Yes.
That's us.
We are, yes.
Why don't you come in and we can sit down and have a chat?"
Very belatedly, Arya says no. And then she shakes her head. She's like, I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
what?
Yeah.
She wasn't talking to you. It's okay.
I'm sorry, that wasn't. Yeah.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
to me. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
In we
This is
go.
going
And
really
guy
well.
will go in.
The guy just has already turned around and is going inside.
Sorry. Did we
love
get this guy's
this.
name?
Yeah, the social
Yes,
skills in
Valen
this
Thorn.
team.
Vale
I wrote it.
Thorn.
Yes,
Vale
Vale Thorn. Thank you.
Hold on, let me place you guys on the tavern splash.
I gotta say, the social skills on this team are. We're really killing it.
Right?
As you enter the ship stool, it's fairly busy. Seems like it always is, with various sailors and the like. Vale Thorn is leading the way toward a round table in the back corner of the room, where you see there is a single tankard waiting, and he says, "If you all would like a drink, please go collect one, but be here promptly when you're finished."
Aye.
I'll follow him directly back. Just stride back and sit down with a crossing my legs. They're taking up way too much space.
Man spreading.
Essentially, yeah, kind of dickish. The chair is not like facing him; it's a little off to the side, so that I'm definitely taking more space. You know,
Incredible.
yeah.
Guy also sits down and is like, I would think we could probably get a drink after we know the
Arya
urgency of
takes
the job.
Arya takes the second to go to the bar to get a drink, but she doesn't immediately talk to the bartender. She has like a low conversation, seemingly with herself for a second, and then orders an ale. And
The
then goes
half-orc
back.
bartender, who's right next to you,
Okay. She's having a quiet conversation with herself, don't worry.
he just, like after one, he says, "I'm sorry, what was that?"
Oh, I just wanted an ale, please.
"Sure, dark or red?"
Light?
He looks depressed.
We don't
And he
even
go-
serve
He
light.
like goes to a cask on the wall that's like not tapped, and he punches the tap in. It's like a whole process. So Arya is over there for the beginning of this conversation.
Renata takes a moment to test a theory, and she sits in the chair next to Guy. Just sits down.
Okay.
Guy just looks at her
I'm
and
gonna-
gives a little normal smile.
Scythe just kind of stands right next to the table. She doesn't actually sit down. She just kind of stands like right behind Aaron and like crosses her arms like she's looming up behind him, and she just stands there.
Are you going to sit down?
I was hoping for that.
I'm good.
Right.
Yes.
Well, a conversation with your midsection will be delightful.
Well, I'm sitting right in front of you, and I'm
You are,
Eye
yes,
level.
I see that.
an eye level. Why would you talk to her midsection behind my head? That seems a little odd.
I was attempting to point out the fact that she was refusing to sit down, and so it was impossible to have a polite and proper conversation with her as a person. However, by distracting that from that conversation, by all means, we can just exclude her, if you'd like.
Well,
Mr.
Aaron?
Aaron, are you the one speaking for your team?
no,
I
he
feel like
does
this
not
is a
speak for
group.
me.
Yes.
Conversation.
Yes, I am.
No. No, definitely not. But you don't really hire Mariguard mercenaries for, scintillating, polite conversation. generally
Sometimes you
speaking.
do, I've heard.
Not this
I
team.
can,
What's
I can
Just-
be quite scintillating.
My
I
advice
will have
to
you know.
for the future.
What?
Not this team.
the job,
Noted.
sir? What is the job?
Right. As he says that, Arya, you finally have your light ale. It smells a little sour, like it's probably
Ale.
been in that. Yeah, it's not great.
Oh,
But you
no.
have it.
She takes a sniff, she pays for it and doesn't complain. And then she wanders back to the table. She does hesitate for a second, seeing that guy, like the seat next to Guy is taken, but she just takes a different seat.
Okay.
Renata
I
mentally
just-
jots that down.
Can I just like quietly turn to the team and mouth like really rapidly, be like, "I thought you guys wanted me to talk for this. What the fuck happened?" Okay.
I
Yeah, but
did.
then you started talking, and I changed my mind. I'm sorry.
Let's get to business now that you're all here.
Please.
My name is Vale Thorn. I work for the Collegium of Oceanic Exploration. It is a guild settled within Malachor of Nosvidania, extending to Port Rouge. We have a connection here in Ferrum, which I have been stuck at for a year. I am loving this place. However, there was... Well, let me back up. The Azure Fang was an expedition vessel. It has been lost at sea for over a week. It was captained by Dane Voss, an employee of ours, an individual who was sent out to collect relics and antiquities known to be lost at the bottom of the ocean. Frequently, we gather reports of shipwrecks and battles at sea. Excuse me. We then derive from these reports where these ships might be on the Crystal Ocean's floor. We learned there might be a shipwreck at the bottom of Kylos Bay, not only maybe 20 miles from our port, the one we're sitting at right now. Maybe west and south by 5 minutes. So, Dane Voss and his crew were sent out to investigate, dive, and search the lost vessel at the bottom of the sea.
But they didn't come back.
No.
And
Yo-
no trace of the vessel as well? Not even just...
Nothing.
Okay.
We have spare crew that were on leave, that were not on board the vessel. They were pretty confident, and Dane Voss's own reputation for punctuality and professionalism, we'd never had a problem like this before, so this is out of character if he is gone pirate, I should say. One must assume the worst.
Have you sent any other exploration vessels to see? How far have you searched out? Maybe he missed his target.
No, we have not sent any other vessels in the fact that we are hiring mercenaries right now to go look. That is where you come in. We expect professionalism. The Collegium funds exploration, not charity. If Voss and his crew are dead, don't waste time with corpses. Only recover what matters. Anything they might have discovered in the wreck, anything that might be in the shipwreck, or lost from the ruins they were supposed to investigate.
Right.
If
Makes sense.
you investigate their last known position and you don't find anything, that is a result as well. It means that we have to look into other methods of finding Captain Voss and his crew.
Were you expecting them to run into trouble or any sort of... Is there anything down there that we should be aware of that you're concerned about?
The deeps of the Crystal Ocean are full of all sorts of monstrosities. The leftovers of ancient aboleths, the sea creatures that have grown much larger than the surface could support. Massive sharks, ancient dinosaurs that still live below the surface. Merrow, Sahuagin, sirens. The threats are literally countless. However, for a whole ship to wreck or vanish without a trace, that is why we're looking into. Yes, it's not just that we haven't heard from them. There's no sign they were ever there, at least from our own divinations.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
All right.
The closest scouting vessel we had nearby reports strange golden lights shining from beneath the water.
Hmm.
So possible magic.
It is the Crystal Ocean, so probably, yes. I have chartered the Water Witch, a capable, I think it was at one point a fighting ship, and now it is one used specifically for freight. Captain Naga seemed very confident in the waters around Kylus Bay, so he is the one who will be ferrying you out, and his ship is outfitted with a diving bell, which is really what we need for this.
Do we have a map?
Yes, we do. And he pulls out a map which is basically identical to the one that Persh gave you, and he indicates where in Kylus Bay the shipwreck might be, the last known location of Captain Voss's vessel, the Azure Fang.
How far is it from where we wrecked?
Oh, not even close. It's like
Okay,
the
just
opposite
checking
side of
because-
Kylus Bay.
Okay, I was just checking because we had a whole thing and there was a lighthouse, and I was checking.
I will say we did receive an animal messenger before we lost track of Captain Voss. He reported his early scoutings had discovered a submerged ruin and something about divine architecture, which is why we're confident he found something.
Please specify what kind of divine it might have belonged to.
No, he did not specify.
I see.
Did he
Well-
specify it was underwater?
Yes, everything we're finding is underwater.
Okay.
You'll notice where I've indicated on the map is just ocean. There's no islands. It is the middle of Kylus Bay, which is tens of thousands of square miles.
Was there anything in particular in the ruins that he was looking for, or just sort of?
We are
This is
explorers. We don't know what is there. We're hoping to find out. So that is why we want you to bring whatever he might have found back, if anything. Additionally, there might also be other individuals exploring the area, which is why we need discretion. If naval authorities, such as those of Ferrum or Shorewatch or Port Rouge, if any of them learn there might be something ancient, magical, powerful, something worth digging up, then we can't research it. So, that's why I'm paying for you to go look first.
When you
Yeah.
say discretion,
Yes?
you be a little more specific.
Don't tell anyone?
Don't tell other
That's it.
people because
Good.
they want to get it to profit from it. Instead of
Understood. There's lots of different forms of discretion, and
The captain of the Water Witch is aware of where it is you are going. They know that we are sending you out to explore underwater. They know that they're looking for a shipwreck. They don't need to know any more specifics than that.
oh, so not even the
Understood.
ship's crew. I'm glad you said that.
Once people learn of lost old divine architecture, people get a little touchy around here.
Understood. We will be discreet.
I am also willing, if you
And efficient.
find any artifacts of this divine architecture or whatever shipwreck, if you find anything, for each individual thing you bring back, we are willing to pay a hefty bounty if they are authentic.
Sounds great. What day are we leaving? Today?
The Water Witch
The
is
sooner the
waiting for
better, people are
departure.
missing.
So as soon as
I see.
you've gathered supplies and are ready, report to Captain Naga. I believe he is at Port 2 in the piers.
Okay, well, I'm ready.
Good. I'll be in touch with your concierge at the academy, Mr. Halpersh. I believe he said his name was. He said that if there is any correspondence, he will be receiving messages from you. Please
That's
keep me updated.
We will.
Absolutely.
All right. Safe travels. I'm going to finish my pint of stout.
Might I suggest of chocolate frozen cream here? It's very good.
I've lived here. Yes, they're fine. Thank you for the recommendation.
Know that I like your tone. There's a lot of sarcasm being thrown in this tone here, sir. I mean, we're trying.
Hey, Aaron, we
Do
should
you
catch
know
our
you're not the
ship.
first person to say that to me?
Is this what I sound like?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Never mind. You're great.
Safe travels.
You
I mean,
too.
I've heard. Yeah. Have a good one.
No, you just YouTubed him.
Oh no.
Oh,
I walk away. A lot of embarrassment. A lot of embarrassment at the you two slipping out.
mhm.
I'm gonna knock on the table to punctuate it when I get up.
Off you
good
go.
idea.
Arya will get up and she'll like slide her sour light ale a little bit and just say, "Well, if you want that, or if anybody wants that."
I don't think the gutter wants that.
Mm,
How'd you even
Perhaps.
order that?
I
No, come on.
I didn't realize it would be so bad.
Great, bad, you say? Can I take
It
a sip
is.
immediately? I have not tried this.
Yeah,
Yeah. How bad is it?
Arya's not gonna block you.
it's foul. It's
Skunky.
like vinegar. It is really bad.
Gunk beer.
It's as if somebody like poured grass into vinegar. It's really not good.
Are we talking like a $1.20-ounce can of beer from a gas station type thing?
It's like dollar store kokanee.
All right, so we're like Steel Reserves. That's all.
Yeah, that's
Steel Reserves. We're Steelies. We're 211 right here. Okay.
It's beer that's gone bad. Like it's sat in a cask for probably years, and it was not
Oh.
environmentally protected.
Margaritaville, guys.
Yeah. He watches you sip it, and he's like, ugh.
The sour face immediately. That's That's all you, man. You can have that.
Pungent. Oh, I don't think so.
Pungent.
I'll be leaving that right where it is.
For the best. Arya, did you drink any of that?
I hope not.
She had a little sip and then she left it on the table. And she does not answer your question if that was in character.
We're all so rude. I say out of character. Let's go.
We should go.
As you all leave the tavern with goals and intentions in mind, let's go ahead and pull back the city map. And as we do, we're going to go ahead and take a short break.
Yeah.
5 minutes. All right. Break has been had. You guys are leaving the ship stool. You're back out in Farum proper, but you are looking out over the docks, which are busy. Many, many people mill about between the various boats and ships, offloading and unloading goods and supplies, passengers and lumber. It is surprisingly busy, despite the fact that you guys know the war has been shutting down a lot of ports, but this one does not seem to rest, at least not right now.
Do we see Port 2 so we can go find Captain Naga?
It is the second one from the left.
Hey, I like things that make sense, like
Mhm.
cities rarely do in real life. So,
It's fantasy!
yep, I
Of course,
love
this
it.
makes sense.
So yeah, let's head that way. Looking for.
If you have a problem with the city planning, just tell me, because it's me. I did it.
No, I legitimately love that. I love that it makes sense in the way that real life doesn't. It's a fantasy.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it's a fantasy.
Part of trying to make things feel lived in is trying to make them not make sense, and it hurts me sometimes. Anyway, at Port 2, you see there is a large ship that clearly has had some conversion performed upon it. The Water Witch is a large boat that seems pretty damn big, well over 70 feet in length and probably over 30 feet wide. It looks like it has 3 masts and a bunch of crew milling on and off about it. The captain stands leaning over the edge of the ship, having a conversation with a couple of the crew. And when I say a conversation, it sounds like the captain is yelling at 3 crew members for what sounds like
What they do?
they're not doing anything, which is the problem.
Oh.
Oh no. So
Not
captain's one
enough
of those.
doing.
If you got time to lean, you got time to clean people.
Seems like it. How do you guys approach? Or do you?
Is there an onboarding? Like a ramp?
There is a ramp, yeah.
Huh?
These,
The captain, sorry, is he off or on the ship?
He's on the ship, like standing on the helm, looking out over the port, the dock, and these 3 deckhands who clearly have wronged him.
We could probably just go on, right?
Yep. I'll just walk right up.
Let's go.
Okay. The rain is coming down softly. It's not terribly harsh. It does kind of give a whole dreary look to everything as you do. But as you board the Water Witch, let me go ahead and show you Kylus Bay as you're looking out over it. And it's,
Ooh. Swams.
swamps.
Swans.
As you're looking out over it with this splash image, you see
What are you doing? to this
Captain
swamp?
Naga.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
As you all, yes, hot NPC. As you all climb aboard the ship,
Got a snake buddy.
he does. Those of you who are proficient in nature immediately recognize he's a Yuan-Ti.
No, Naga. Okay.
What is that?
Get it?
A Yuan-Ti is a person with heritage of the snake variety.
It's
Snake
nursing.
man.
He's a snake lad.
A
A
snake.
snad.
A snad. As he sees all of you climb aboard.
A snake captain.
Snake
Snapped
captain.
him.
Captain. That's good.
Nay,
Snap.
nay, but
You've
no,
done
it's
this,
not.
Echo. You've done this.
I don't have
He
any
does it every
regrets.
time. Nope. Oh,
I take it all of you are my Mariguard mercenary crew that are chartering us out to some godforsaken spot out on Kylus Bay.
Yes.
That's right.
Good to meet you all. I'm Captain Alre Naga. You can just call me Captain Naga or Alre when we have quiet moments.
Will we have quiet moments often?
That depends. It depends on how kind to us Kylus Bay is. It has not been friendly of late.
Misinterpret it.
He just stares at you for a little
What
too
team
long.
are we, Echo? What is this number team?
Oh, Mercenary Team 17.
Because I figure we don't have a name. Where?
Not yet.
Team 17, my name is Renata. These are
Hello,
my-
Renata.
Teammates.
And what do you all
figured
go
they-
by?
teammates works.
This is
Anything
Guy.
you want to call me.
This is
But Aaron
Aaron.
works too.
It's okay.
A name saves time.
Aaron. Hello.
Aaron.
Yes.
And he looks at the rest of you. Do you all give your names?
Scythe did.
Okay.
It's just Spring and Aria who haven't introduced themselves.
Spring. Yeah, Spring is not making me. She'll just say her name.
And
Aria. This is Aria.
you don't have to speak, girl. You have the look of a haunted one. I get it.
Arya will like furrow her brows when she says that, and she's like, I'm not haunted.
Sure you're not. Same as
And she,
I'm
like-
not.
She like lingering looks at the captain, and she like,
He makes way too much eye contact.
The snaky
I
eyes.
ship it already.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Snaria.
Guys,
Arya ends up looking away first and look like out over the bay.
forgive my nautical ignorance. What is that? What kind of journey is 5 minutes south and west?
Minutes is remarks to minutes of an angle.
Ah, that makes sense.
I thought that
5
sounded too
minutes
fast.
south and west. We're going to be
20
heading
miles.
mostly west and slightly south. Wind giving. How many of you have sailed before?
I have.
Scythe raises her hand.
Yeah, so I lean over to Scythe and I'm just like the slightly too audible whisper. What is that? Right? Yeah.
To Scythe.
Yeah, I know. I do it on purpose.
You're
Don't
gonna
worry.
gossip with the.
100%.
Like-
Yes. I made this decision a long time ago.
Scythe thinks about it for a moment, and then she sort of like she doesn't Sato very well, but she goes reasonably aesthetic.
Hell yeah. Hell yes.
I'm afraid all of you will have to share quarters with the crew. It's not that big a ship.
Not a problem.
Okay. We're like crew too.
Aye, that you are. It is my understanding that should we come under fire, you'll be holding your own.
That's
Yes.
correct. As long as you don't have any Leviathans.
I cannot comment on Leviathans. I've never seen one myself.
My advice is don't.
Noted. Been
Just sailing
captaining
out.
for 35 years and have yet to. I'll consider myself lucky then.
Yes.
Do you have a ship's cat?
I have a ship's snake.
Good enough.
This is Vespa. And like from his white hair, an all white snake just peers up and looks at you all.
Oh, hey, Vespa.
I'm sure if you find her by herself later, there's likely a dead mouse around. So watch your step.
He has a job.
She has a hobby.
I respect that.
We'll be setting sail in the next hour, so why don't you all get yourselves familiar with the lower decks?
Do you anticipate us needing to help you with the crewing of the ship?
I suspect, as this voyage is not supposed to take long, if we need your help, we are under more trouble than I'd already signed up for. That being said, I would not mind lookouts and post watch.
I can do that.
That would be helpful. He looks
Guy?
between Guy and Arya, and he says, "You, the two of you, were inconfident in how I asked about sailing before. Do you have sea legs about you?"
Arya looks to Guy instead of answering.
We'll be fine.
One
Don't worry about it.
hopes. If you find you can't keep your meals in, Wesker in the galley might have some medicine. And then he just turns and he goes back to the helm. Like, alarmingly abruptly.
Oh, he was nice.
It was pretty
I
hot.
like-
I agree. All right, let's
I like the snake.
I do too.
Guys, gonna
I
go
will-
look at the quarters that we're sharing with the crew because he
That's a
wasn't
good
worried.
idea.
He didn't seem concerned that you have to defend yourself, but he looked kind of concernedly at Arya when he talked about like sharing quarters with a bunch of sailors.
Yeah, how many beds are there?
You know, what's the situation?
How many
That's all.
crew are
Mhm.
there?
That's
Okay.
important.
Are they beds or
Yeah.
You go below deck, and the first thing you see is like the main portion of below deck, like off the primary deck, is storage. The hold of this vessel has clearly been converted from an ammo cache to just a huge hold. It is full of barrels and crates that absolutely line the entire front end of the ship. The bilge is below it, and based on what you can see looking down into the bilge, there's nothing of interest down there. It's literally just the bilge. It has a lot of water in it that constantly flows in and out. You turn around and you look behind the hold and you see the crew quarters. It is basically 8 hammocks that are suspended between the mast rafters. it's not luxurious.
Sure.
You know that, like, before you went down, you saw there was a smaller, like, quarters that was clearly the captain's quarters, and then likely a first mate's room, but you haven't seen a first mate.
Probably the snake.
I've seen Aaron before. He's supposed to be the.
Yeah, it's Aaron, clearly. I'm sure he might aim for that.
Hey, absolutely.
Is this like? This seems like it's a pretty small vessel. There's not like cannon on the ship like there on the last one.
No, there's no cannon on the ship.
It's not a fighter. It's a lover.
Yeah, it is a freighting ship, and those of you who've ever, well, Renata would know this because she's from Trident, but anybody who's been around sailing would know that if you are a freighting or a merchant vessel, having guns gets you killed.
Sure.
Where are the guns?
Yeah, we're the gun.
Where are the guns? Got it.
Whoa, are you okay?
Yep, I'm good. Bash is being it.
Bash is bashing.
Passion.
Bash is bashing. He's doing his thing.
All right. As you guys are exploring this vessel and you're looking around at what you have at your disposal, this vessel is pretty skeletal. And you're noticing the deckhands, the crew that's actually like on the ship that is working. There's not many. Not many at all. Like 5.
A suspicious lack?
It's a skeleton crew. Not literally skeletons, but a skeleton crew.
My God, it's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, this guy said he's been doing this 35 years. This looks like his career's in tatters.
Think it's due to his managerial style, or
Maybe that's all he needs.
I don't know anything about it.
Do any of you have proficiency in water vehicles?
No.
It would be funny if I took that and then said I didn't know anything about sailing.
That would
but
be
I don't
funny.
think I did.
Well,
I didn't do that.
here's my question.
Okay.
Did anybody die on this ship?
Did anybody die on this ship? Yes.
Okay. Talk to you next long rest about
Okay.
proficiency.
Nice.
I've been on ships, but I'm not proficient in water vehicles.
Sure.
But she would spend, she'd be on up deck doing exactly what the captain asked, which was looking out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She wants to be useful.
In that case, let me just show you what it looks like.
Ship.
Yay.
Are you okay?
Ship.
Ship?
Oh, you're saying
I shipped
ship. I thought you were saying shit.
Oh, not shit. Ship.
Then you're like panicking. I was like, it's okay. It's just a
Oh,
It's
no,
a
don't
hard
show me-
P.
Don't show
Oh,
me
shit.
the deck. No,
I have a ship
not the
phobia.
deck.
Okay. Moment, please. I need to make sure this is. Nope.
Oh,
that's
by the
fine.
way, in line with what Sal said, Guy has a very deep, gravelly voice, like abnormally so, like it's damaged maybe from smoke. But I'm not gonna attempt to do that because I don't have a deep voice.
Same.
Okay.
Like he doesn't seem like a singer, really. Unless you're like Tom Waits.
Fire.
I was
Like-
literally, I was like,
Ring of
okay, I'm just
fire.
gonna Tom Waits.
I'm actually not a fan of Tom Waits, so that's
I
what I,
don't
think.
know who that is.
not good.
It's a, fine.
And as you explore the various levels of the ship, I can just show you this.
Ship.
These are all the
Oh,
layers
okay.
of the Water Witch.
So, sorry, which one's the crew? Is that the sad little hammock?
That's the one.
Yikes. Okay, good to know. Does it look like there were enough beds per, crew and us?
No.
Absolutely not if there were
No.
8.
Nope. There were
What
8.
the
There's no way.
What are we supposed to do?
You've been
Bedrolls.
Oh, ugh. We'd be rolling around on the floor all night.
That's why they're called
Maybe.
bed rolls.
I don't think that's true, Echo.
I don't know.
It's gonna get a new meaning, though.
You don't know either. You're not proficient in water.
You're right.
You're not proficient in bed rolls. Anyway,
Echo,
Okay.
is there enough? Is there enough space below deck for Tinker's Spring to like rig up her own hammock somehow?
In the actual crew quarter room, probably not, but you might be able to in the hold.
Yeah, and the hold. If they, I think that's what Spring is going to be looking at. She's going to be trying to figure out like, okay, how can I make
Roll me
this-
an intelligence roll.
Okay, not Tinker's tool. It's just straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
It's not too
As
bad.
opposed to
16?
gay intelligence.
You rolled that privately to yourself.
oops.
I don't even know what it says.
Oops, I have it on.
God, we are not
self-roll.
invited.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get to know. All right, fine.
This is
It
between
was-
her and God.
It was a 16. Sorry, my
A
thing was
16.
on the
The hold, which is full of crates and barrels, they are fairly well secured. However, if the vessel hits some remarkably rough seas and you have a bed in there, you're going to get barrels and crates to the head and body.
Yeah, that's not gonna be great. That's not gonna be great. Yeah, she won't do that. She's like, all right, well, it's gonna be uncomfortable, I guess.
It is, yes, unfortunately. There are like at the head of the hold, there is a small room that was at one point an ammo cache, and you know because as soon as you walk in that room, it's full of gunpowder. Like, not actually full, but the smell of it is
The smell of it.
everywhere in this
Classic.
room. It's an empty room. You could use this like to set up a couple bunks. It's a small room, but
Was it the front part?
yeah, it is. Right here.
That is what Spring will do if nothing else, because she likes the smell of gunpowder, and that's gonna be the room that she hangs out in the most anyway.
Don't play with fire.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else? Is there anything you want to do on the vessel before you depart? Renata.
After she realizes that Spring is kind of making her own space, so to speak, in this empty compartment, she would actually poke her head in and say, "Are you planning on sleeping in here?"
That's the plan. Don't sleep in the hold. If there's rough water, it'll bean you in the head probably. and
I was actually wondering if I could stay in here with you. I'm worried about the close proximity
know
of
if
the crew.
Sure.
Captain?
I don't know if the whole team will fit in here. But
No,
yeah,
see,
absolutely.
the problem is it seems like people are just going to be kind of on top of each other, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I can just sleep on the floor. I'm not going to bother you.
Yeah, I can rig you up a hammock
That'd be great.
or something hammock adjacent.
Hammock adjacent. Good band name.
Hey,
Well, thanks,
Arya.
Spring.
Yes.
I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
It is
What?
begin.
It is.
Get it, girl.
18. That's pretty good. Don't worry about it.
Thanks.
You're Gucci.
Unburdened.
Truly, there are so few things that I am more suspect of than Echo saying, "Don't worry about it."
It's great.
It's my Russian sleeper agent phrase.
As you guys are milling about on the ship, Aaron, you see something that only you can see.
Oh fuck.
You see a woman wearing a long silken black dress, completely covering all skin except for her hands and her neck and her face. She is, like, you're up on the main deck, and you see that she has, like, a hand on the mast, and she's walking in slow circles. And as she does, she says, "This place has a lot of stories around it."
I'm sure. Do I recognize this individual?
Yeah,
I think
you
I do.
know,
Yeah,
you know
I
it
know
well.
who it is. Okay. Yes, I'm sure it does. What can I do for you?
Oh, Maybe I don't have anything I want you to do. Maybe it might be in your best interest.
Go on.
You're no fun.
I know. Sometimes things will ruin people's fun, you know.
Hmm. It's just so empty up here. So
Yep,
many
there.
things not here that maybe once were. This place has a secret.
Okay. Are you implying I should find out what that secret is?
No. I want you to keep it a secret, even from me. Yes, I want you to find it.
Okay. All right. Now, is this going to benefit me in any way, or is this going to be one of those things that just benefits you?
If you benefit me, then I'll benefit you.
Heard that before.
And I did. Did I not?
Manner of speaking.
You do seem to take advantage of my benefits frequently.
Well, I'm kind of locked into them, you know?
Oh, are you regretting it now?
Only 70% of the time.
You're a terrible liar.
I know. All right. Well, guess I'll find out this scintillating secret.
I think you should look to the one who seems to hear things.
I haven't been paying nearly close enough attention. Are you talking about my group? I've just been...
You'll figure it out.
Sure I will. Okay.
She
why are you talking to yourself up here?
vanishes in a cloud of sulfur and smoke.
Were you talking to somebody?
Huh?
Huh?
No.
Were you talking to me?
No, I wasn't.
Oh.
No. Just hanging out. And, guess talking to myself.
Ain't no big deal.
Hey, do you think somebody in our group hears things?
When you say things, do you mean like conversations that people are aiming at them, or?
I don't know. Just, that's about all the info I have. Consider it an intrusive thought, but, just out of pure curiosity,
I mean, you might take a look around sometime and see if anybody else is talking to themselves.
Maybe I'll go...
Hey, Aaron, what's your passive perception?
13.
And Guy, what's yours?
Oh, like perception?
Yeah, passive
Not even
perception.
that good, I don't think. Hang on. It's 11. Oh, no, perception's 13 also.
Oh, 13s, okay. Don't worry about
Nope, I'm not.
it.
Well, you're newer to the group. Do you hear anything, Guy? Do you hear things? You talk to strange people?
That's a broad question. I think no, probably not in the context I feel like you're trying to use that in. Maybe.
I don't know what context I'm trying to use it in. That's
well, you said
that's
hear
the real
weird
kicker.
things. I hear
Well,
normal
you're right.
things.
That's true. Like voice, like people talking.
I mean, maybe on occasion I do have a connection to a deity, but I don't think that's weird at this point.
Okay. You don't like hear dead people or anything, or weird.
No, like listen, I usually we kind of try to keep on the down low, but like if you're gonna, it's pretty. Maybe you should talk to Arya.
That gotcha. Let me do that. I
Or the
should do
captain.
that.
He said he was haunted too.
I've tried to talk to the captain a couple of times. I think he's on to what that I'm not really about talking to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but all right. I mean, he didn't say to stop trying.
That's very true, and I wouldn't even if he did.
that's concerning, to be honest.
Well, listen, I mean, no does mean no, but I can keep trying, to maybe one day he'll see value in me, or we could fuck or something. I don't know, we'll talk about that later.
So you gonna wear him down, or are you trying to get
I
to,
don't
like,
know.
you wanna
I never
fuck
know.
this guy, or do you want him to adopt you? I'm trying to figure this out right now.
Can it be a little bit of both sometimes?
Yeah, I don't judge. You know what? It could be. It could be.
I don't know. He's hot, but all right. Yeah,
talk to
sorry.
Arya.
Yeah,
Can
I'm feeling off. Don't mind me. I apologize.
Are you feeling off? Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. And just ocean air, Aaron runs out of things to say and excuses, so he just kind of goes and just turns on his heel and starts walking away. Just like I no longer have a plausible excuse, so I'm just gonna go. Just gives like a, the reassuring
Later.
point, and then goes downstairs to look for Arya.
As you go downstairs to look for Arya, you all are aware that in the background the deckhands have been working, and it is at this moment that the ropes are pulled, the ramp is dropped, and the water witch begins to pull out to sea. The captain takes his place at the helm, and any of you who are up on the deck, the captain says, "I hope you all were ready to go, for we are leaving."
Yep. We're fully prepared.
Good to hear. And that is that. He doesn't say anything else.
Okay.
So I was in the bathroom for a while, and I would like to have, in the hour before we left, I would like to pay someone on the docks to bring the bulls back to the park.
Yeah, you can pay a runner.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, you do that.
Did you sneak Aaron's bowl in with those other bulls?
I did not try to steal your bull.
Mine too. Yeah, Spring will give hers up too.
I think Spring had Aaron's bowl, so you could have just taken it.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I was worried about.
It's
Um,
gone.
I would not
It's
have
gone.
made an effort to take
My
your
bowl.
bowl, but if your bowl was handed to me, I would have given it to the runner.
Would Spring have handed my bowl away?
100%.
It's gone.
Yeah, she
Sorry,
totally would have.
your bowl-
Get
You dropped
wrecked.
it
My
still
bowl
dirty
holding.
into her bag.
Oh, everybody betray me. Fed up with this world.
I will say though,
I
I will
would
say
not
though that
have been attentive to the bowls that she was handing off.
if he looks really upset about it at any point, Spring can Spring make a bowl of colding herself as an artificer? Echo.
It's just a bowl that you infuse with the prestidigitation cantrip.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was like, this seems like Spring could do it, so she would like.
Yeah,
if you, really
you
want
can do that with your
to,
magical tinkering. You can just make it
Yeah.
cold.
0% chance that Aaron asked about the bowl. That was above the table. How dare you take my bowl? Okay, so how dare you? But Aaron forgot the bowl as soon as he dumped the bowl in the bag of holding. The bowl never existed.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
not doing that.
Schrodinger's
What's ice
bowl.
cream?
Object
It is
for
now
minutes
back
too.
to
It's very relatable.
Really? And oh god.
In the hour, Arya's down in the hold. I'm explaining why she wasn't there to hear this conversation. Can she have tried to hunt a mouse?
Yeah, sure.
Are you a snake in disguise?
Arya's just getting weird with it. I love it.
She's
So
gonna hunt
weird,
this
I love
mouse
it.
and then leave it to try to like lure the snake and pet the snake.
Oh, good.
Roll a survival to find a mouse.
Aw. She's our Claudia.
So cute.
Yeah, relatable.
I just want to pet it.
That fucking raccoon.
And it.
Now we have one.
With a 16, you find a mouse in like 5 minutes.
Nice.
It's a ship.
It's like near the hold, like near like crates that are probably ration. You find a mouse. What do you do with it?
She's gonna kill it and then lay it out for the to bait the snake into letting her pet her.
Okay.
Is this what I find, Arya? By the way, like
Murdering a mouse.
Yeah, you
Sedated?
Sitting by a dead mouse.
I would
like,
say you come downstairs to see her sitting like near a dead mouse.
Okay.
she's like, shh, you'll scare it.
Are we? Can we play that out? Because I want to see where this shit goes. All right,
Yes,
I just
please.
wanna-
Sure.
Okay.
Arya,
Yeah.
I need Arya to roll me an animal handling check.
But it's dead.
Not the mouse.
Oh.
14. Okay. You find a place that you're pretty confident the snake will likely investigate soon. So, this place is around the corner from the hatch that comes downstairs, down into the hold. You find Arya like maybe 10 feet away, and in the corner of like a dark, shady spot in the hold is a white mouse that's just dead as hell. And Arya's just staring at it.
I'd like to think I'd come around the corner and just see this and kind of just stop with the like that quizzical look of like, what you doing? What?
You're gonna scare it.
Think the mouse is dead?
Not the mouse, the snake.
Nothing weird about that. Okay. Hey, quick question. Do you hear things?
Do you mean conversations?
Not like from people. I'm being really vague, I understand, but do you ever hear like weird shit?
I mean, I hear conversations.
From like, I'm not talking about like, is the things you hear, are they always present in the material, like a live way?
They're present?
I will assume that means no. There's something weird about this ship, and we should find out what it is. And for no particular reason, I'm fairly certain I need your help for that. Again, for no reason in particular.
I don't know that they want me to share their secrets with you.
Oh. Can you ask them?
If they want to speak about it.
Oh. Well, I'm kind of at a standstill now because I'm pretty sure I need you for something.
I can't make them speak to me.
And in my head, there's a quick fuck you that gets sent directly to my to an unnamed party, we shall say. Just like an exasperated fuck you.
You hear almost immediately in your dreams.
Oh.
I think back. Really? Just my dreams? No, I think we've been there and done that. I'm pretty sure.
Messy.
You
This
hear
is
back,
messy.
but the dreams are so much more interesting.
More satisfying, I guess, for her.
For her.
Okay. Is there anything else that you could? You see what I'm working with here? Can you? Maybe a direction.
Little mouse murderer.
Are you talking to Arya right now?
No, I'm not talking to Arya. I'm
Okay,
in my head.
this is in your
I'm
head.
making a lot of facial expressions, so I don't know what Arya's seeing because, like, he's the kind of person whose face is
Arya's
just giving
watching
away all things. So it's just like you're just watching, like,
Don't worry, Arya's watching the mouse.
She's like, this guy's not even here.
You hear, if I gave you more, then it wouldn't be a favor for me, would it?
yeah, okay. Thank you again for all of your assistance. You are so kind. You know, just so kind.
You're welcome.
So kind. Hey, by the way, that dress you were wearing was from last season. Gotta go.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
The last you hear is just her laughing.
All right, so yeah, Aria, cool. Definitely. Shit. Can I just hang out down here for a few minutes with you? I'll be quiet. I just want to
You were
watch the
very
snakes.
loud.
As he says, "I'll be quiet," there is a and a white snake lands on the ground opposite the ladder and is just winding along the wall.
Aaron,
Ar-
mouth.
Shh, I know.
You watch as the snake, like, looks over at the two of you, just looks at you for a long moment, and then goes up to the mouse. Wah.
As soon as it eats it, Arya will like encourage her. She'll be like, "You're so pretty, lovely, lovely." Yes.
Roll persuasion.
Hiss. Hiss.
Oh no.
A 20.
You rolled amazing.
You got this.
The snake
Snake
looks
whisperer.
at you and then coils up into just a pile of snake.
Okay. Arya's gonna hold her hand out so that the snake can like flick its tongue against her before she tries to pet it.
That's how they smell.
Yes.
I'm rolling. Hold on.
Yes.
The snake doesn't really move. It just kind of looks at you. It doesn't look menacing. It looks... If you can understand the face of a snake, it looks curious.
What?
But it does not tongue smell you. It does not lash at your finger. It just looks at you.
Oh, interesting. Okay. She like pulls back a little bit instead of petting it. She's like, and she stares, and then she's like, "Okay, let's go find one of them." And she seems to be talking to the snake, but
Not Aaron.
she starts to rise a little bit. I don't know what to. I don't know what to roll to try to find a dead person.
Okay. That's a good question. Roll me investigation, I suppose. You kind of walk around below decks, looking around, mostly trying to, like, get that feeling, that vibe of presence of someone or something that might be lost or adrift or speaking. There isn't any. But more so than just the common, like, people fucking die everywhere. When you're in Farum, it's like a common, like, it's just everywhere. There's like a spirit or an entity that's just around. They're there. That's normal. This place is weird because it is empty. So empty.
Arya's gonna frown a little bit after she's walked around a little bit. Does Aaron follow her as she does this, or
Yeah,
is he...
100%. All right, he's trying to
Okay.
figure something out.
Eventually, she'll like turn to him and like wave him off and be like, "I need to go talk to Guy." She...
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
Get dismissed.
Yes.
Guys up on deck watching the crew and the captain with interest, trying to figure out what it is they do while they're sailing. Which is to say, you can just come find him if you want to.
Yeah. She comes up, and she's like, "There's something wrong here.
What do you mean? Here on the ship?
Where's Renata?
She's on the deck. She's up there
Yeah,
somewhere.
She's like-
right there.
She's actually been trying to offer help to all of the crewmates who pass by, like if they
Yeah,
need
she's
anything.
trying to help, and I think
Help,
that
yeah.
mostly they just don't know how to delegate properly. Sometimes that's the hardest part, you know? People ask you if you need help, and you can't really think of anything to tell them to do that won't actually make it harder for you. Do you know? Do you know what I'm talking about? She's over there.
Guy, it's
What?
important.
She's right there. Renata, hey.
Oh, I was gonna carry this thing. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. She'll go over to Guy and Arya.
There's
Yes.
something wrong here.
With the ship?
Yes.
Should we tell the captain?
Well, what is it first? What's
Yeah,
wrong?
that is a good point. What is wrong?
I don't know.
What makes you think something's wrong?
Aaron might know.
Aaron just asked me if I knew anybody who hears weird shit because for some reason he thinks that's important.
Yes, he asked me.
So are you hearing something?
No.
Is that the problem?
It might be. I think it's wrong. It feels wrong.
Do you tend to hear things, Arya?
No, I don't hear anything that you don't hear.
Inside check.
I mean,
Actually,
She doesn't-
can I as Arya's friend, is she just like struggling to communicate or is she trying to be deceptive?
she's struggling to communicate. She's trying to she's not trying to be deceptive. She's just struggling to communicate her
say-
feelings.
So Renata, you get your insight check shows confused.
Okay.
She means the departed, like spirits, ghosts, you know what I mean?
No. That's serious.
I
Or what?
can't.
No, I don't understand. Do you hear ghosts?
Not right
They
now.
speak to me sometimes.
Okay. But you can't hear them now.
I think I'm cut off. I'm not sure.
And that's what you feel like is the problem here.
Yes. No, maybe nobody's died here, but
This is a lot.
So she says she feels like she's cut off. Guy is gonna pray, close his eyes, and
To whom?
think about Jamino and
Jemima.
Jemima.
You feel connection.
I know her. Them.
Yeah. I don't think, I mean, I'm not cut off from anything.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe nobody died on this ship that used to be a combat vessel.
Arya,
Now that I'm saying that out loud, that seems unlikely.
How long has this been going on with you?
I was hunting.
Guys,
Renata.
gotta look back.
Real quick, Renata, your passive perception, you see
It's
that.
bananas.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you this. You see there's this white snake that is tucked up in the corner behind rope, just watching you guys talk.
Is that snake weird? Like,
I mean,
It's-
it's snake.
It's
Is
a little
Renata
weird.
familiar with familiars?
Are you proficient in Arcana?
No.
No. Are you proficient in nature? Sorry.
Do I see Aaron? That's what Guy's looking around
So,
for. He's
how
like,
obvious is this little confab? Like, are you guys clustered?
On top, on
They're on the
deck.
deck. You could be right there.
Yeah.
Okay, guys will mosey over.
Hey,
I think
Where's
it
Aaron?
probably would be weird because
Wait. Okay, hold on. Scythe, you're up on the deck, and you've heard, like,
Yeah.
most of this. Aaron, where are you now?
Well, he was waved away, so in just like a moment of like I don't know what to do next, but I'm supposed to solve a mystery, he's just kind of like mildly investigating down below, just like staring at wood planks and things, and just like maybe something will come to him.
Sure,
Just
roll
like
investigation.
walking around with like a
He can like
Is Vespa
see.
here?
He can like find spring. He can like
I
find
like that
spring.
he's.
That's, yes, Vespa's here.
I like that who's very respectful of the like. Oh no, not right now.
Is
Boundaries.
going to
He's a
sit
king.
down.
listen. I
Okay,
listen.
hold on.
There's like 3 people talking to one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Scythe has not had a moment yet, so Scythe, what do you do?
She's going to cast Speak with Animals and sit down on the deck.
Okay.
She's going to ask Vespa. She's going to say, "Hello, Vespa," in Snake. And
You hear in Snake. Oh, hello.
my friends are very curious about your ship.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. She doesn't say
Where
anything
should we
else.
look to find out more?
Why?
Scythe kind of tips her head and thinks about it. And then she says in Snake, "It's a good question." And she kind of tilts her head back and she looks up at the others. She goes, "I don't think this snake thinks this is any of our business."
Are you speaking snake right now? Is that what you were just doing?
Yes.
That's cool.
Well,
I mean,
very well
I
might
asked-
not be our business.
Yeah. I mean, she asked why, and I didn't have a good reason.
I mean, I only care if it's troubling Arya.
Yeah, one of us is concerned
Maybe
about
tell the snake that we're concerned?
an
Scythe
absence.
will look back at Vespa and ask, "Is there anything the matter?
Yes.
Is it something we could help with?"
I don't think so. A lot of bad things have happened to my master lately. I'm trying to protect him.
I'm in the protection business. We might be more useful than we look.
The snake just looks at you.
Maybe we should ask him?
No. He wouldn't tell you.
Seems reasonable. I also don't like to share my business with people.
We don't know you.
That's fair.
You are strangers in our nest.
We are. Thank you for the context. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Scythe stands up, turns back to the others. They have very little reason to trust us.
That's fair.
But let's keep our eyes open and maybe we can help.
I'm always trying to help. Oh,
Arya
that
will
guy!
Arya will nod in agreement to Scythe.
Hey, Echo, can I ask a question?
Probably.
So Spring knows, because you said, that merchant vessels usually don't have guns, right?
Not just usually. Like, if a merchant
is a
vessel has cannon, they're asking for
They're-
trouble.
You're asking for trouble. Okay, so then would it be weird to Spring then that one of these rooms smells like gunpowder? Because if it's like, does it look like it's a reskinned merchant vessel? Why was there gunpowder on the ship?
Okay, so this vessel looks like it once was a vessel of war.
Got it.
It is not anymore. There are hatches in the walls where cannon once protruded through. The moorings are gone. And there are places on the floor where there once was mountings for weaponry. They're all gone. The hold has been completely converted to just storage, which is why it's so huge. It once was a fighting deck, and now it is not.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I think Spring probably totally missed this entire conversation because she was just like chilling in her happy place that smelled like gunpowder.
Okay.
But she'll come back
Valid.
up looking kind of refreshed and see everyone gathering and go, hey, what's going on?
You do pass Aaron on your way up, who's staring
Oh,
at
yeah,
the wall.
Aaron is
Just
like
looking at the wall.
Hey, Aaron, what are you doing? Are you looking for something?
Yes.
What are you looking for?
I have no
pretty good
idea.
eyes. Well, then you're probably not going to find it if you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah. You're probably right. You're so right. God, I can't believe how right you are as I'm walking away, saying that over my shoulder and continuing my looking.
Okay, you don't want help then, I guess.
How can you help me when I don't even know what I'm doing? Sorry. That was a little... There was a moment.
You seem stressed. What happened between now and 20 minutes ago when we started sailing that made you stressed?
Stuff. Thank you for your concern.
Okay, that's weird. I'm gonna go find the others.
Sounds good. And I just turn awkwardly back and start
Oh no.
trying to investigate down below again,
Spring,
muttering.
like, mechanically, Spring fully does not even roll an instinct check. She's like, okay, whatever. I offered to help you with my good eyes, and you didn't want that help. So, like, all right, whatever's going on with
She's like,
you
good
is
talk,
going
bro.
on."
Okay.
Okay, so eventually Spring does emerge on the top deck. Scythe, you have just had a conversation with the snake.
Yes.
D&D, everybody.
I mean, she has a point. It doesn't seem like it's your problem, though. Arya, are you okay?
Oh no, she's gone silent. Maybe
Maybe
she's
she
muted.
There's a problem?
Maybe.
No, maybe not. Scythe says that there should be death here.
Well, yeah, it used to be a war vessel.
Vespa says the captain's been going through it, but it's not our business. And I can't say she's wrong.
But
Valid.
it is my business.
Is it?
No,
Is
I
it?
guess not. I guess not.
Perhaps we should just spend a day feeling things out and seeing
Is this
more.
trip even a day? That's what I was. 20 miles. That can't be that long, right? It's like a
It'll be like, you'll get there in like the evening, basically.
yeah. It's like
Oh,
a few hours,
then
right?
maybe
That's what I
let's
was
just sit
thinking.
for an hour and kind of. We just got here. We just started.
Wait, I don't get it. Do we have another job or something that we're
No,
Arya, can't you sometimes
No,
when
I
you sit
think
down and take a rest, you get to, you know what I mean? Do the thing. Try that.
okay. I will. And then Arya will go find a place to sit down and like
We're all
rest.
to
taking
fill
a
you
short
in,
rest.
Spring, Arya's having a weird personal feeling.
It's not. Don't. It's not weird.
Sorry.
Is she saying there
Oh.
should be presences here that aren't here? And it's suspicious, and I guess the snake confirmed it, but also said it's not our business, which personally, valid.
I mean, it's not, right? Because that's not the job that they hired us for, right?
Precisely,
Like,
we know that.
we're going to the job that they hired us for, so...
Is Aaron the only one of us that's not up here? Is he okay? What's going on?
I don't know. He is looking for something, but he
I'm gonna
Arya,
go.
Arya looks guilty for a second, but says nothing.
I saw him down below decks, staring at a wall,
Yeah.
and he got
Okay.
really
I'm gonna
pissed
go
when he was
trot my
looking
ass
there.
down the stairs into the
Yeah, you
lower
see-
decks looking for Aaron.
You see him. It's not a
Hey.
big ship.
I have a question. Is there like a hallway below deck of some kind?
So if you look at the map, on like I can show you the map. You there's not really.
Down here?
So that
Yeah.
okay. So this I'm sorry. This map is deceptive. This
Here.
and this are the
Yeah.
same. It's just this shows you what's underneath the helm, and then
Okay.
this is below deck. This is the hold and the crew quarter. So it's
Right.
basically just the one deck below main deck. So
right,
Aaron
is-
is like down here.
Could he be by the crew quarter? I just my
You can
my
put him
vision
wherever
is
you want.
they come downstairs or whatever, and it's just like they're looking down this way, and you just see like this, and then immediately, like a minute later, you just see this again. Like I'm just
Walking back and forth.
back and forth between the doors, just like.
What are you looking for? Are you trying to find the best place?
Did I get to roll that investigation check at any point?
Not yet.
Maybe this is
you
fruitful.
You can roll investigation.
Maybe I roll great and find something. Hold on a second here. Let's see. Nope.
I think you can
Nope.
do it. Oh.
Mm-mm.
You're investigating in the crew quarter, which is right next to like the hold. You see a lot of what look like old repairs in the walls of the ship. It looks like the ship has seen fighting a long time ago and has been repaired back to full seaworthiness.
Okay.
That's what you find with a 14.
Okay. Now, echo question with the nature of
Mhm.
who I was talking to.
Mm-hmm.
How much can I reveal about that conversation to people? Because is it like super privileged? I'm trying to be real kind of vague
What's the
about this.
contract like?
Yeah, can I talk about what was said between
Yeah,
me
you can.
and okay, but
She's
I can't talk
never
about
given
who
you-
told me.
So she's never really given you any stipulations about like being open with her conversations with you. She does tease you for it.
Okay. All right, cool. That I was assuming that I was bound
you
pretty
just
heavily.
you just know her as Turn, and she gives you power, and in return, you do favors for her.
Okay. All right. So who found me again?
Guy.
That would be
me,
Guy.
Okay.
Hellfrog the
And
guy.
And did you say something to me?
Yeah. He was like, hey man, are you looking for the best place to sleep?
No, I'm muttering. I'm like, fucking turn. Okay. Fucking turn. Tell me
Oh,
mysterious
you want
stuff
me
with
to-
the ship. Mysterious stuff with the ship. Need the person that can hear stuff. Don't know what that is. So I've been staring at boards. And all of these crew, none of them are good looking except the captain, and he wants no part of me. This is horse shit. This whole mission, horse shit. Hi. Yes.
Oh, hey.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know if you heard me that I was down here.
Yeah,
That's
no,
cool.
I did. So yeah, there. You heard? Okay.
You sound like you're
so-
going through it, man.
Well, I have this turn. I have turn. Turn gives me my abilities and likes to just play little games, little fucking games with me and tell me like there's a mystery on the ship that I have to solve and it's gonna be fun. It's probably not fun. It's probably not fun at all. It's probably been really fun for her. Really fun for her. She's probably laughing right now. In fact, I just in my head I'm trying to listen if there's like faint laughter somewhere at my fucking stupidity.
Roll
also trying to listen.
perception.
Do I get to roll?
No, I'm afraid not. Like, you can roll perception if you want. Aaron, you don't hear laughter.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. Calm down. Really
Hey.
feeling out of sorts today.
Yeah. Hey, no worries. Honestly, me too. It's the first time I've been on a ship. To be honest, I was kind of worried I was gonna get sick, but it feels like there's other things going on.
There's definitely something else going on. I just don't know what. Besides boards, there's wood everywhere. That's the old warship. Nothing
No,
else.
But you did it. right? Because like you were asking me if anybody heard things, and I told you about Arya, and then she definitely tried to listen. She's she's concerned, right?
Wish I would have had that information. All I had was watching her try to capture some sort of snake and then wave me off like I was fucking cattle, which I don't like. I'm not a big fan of. Okay, it really hurts my feelings at sometimes, but that's okay. It's fine. It's all right.
Yeah.
Everything's
No,
fine.
it's not. Listen, it's not all right. But have you ever known like a rich person
Yes.
or somebody with a lot more power than you have, and they just kind of
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I have. Yes, I
Yeah.
have. Actually,
So,
hold on. Can you give me? I feel it out of sorts. Just give me one. Just take some breath, and it's like the anxiety kind of vanishes, and the fuckboy reemerges for a second.
Oh,
There, it's
no.
like
Guy gives him his moment, and he's gonna look at the boards too. Like maybe he was like gonna help. He's like, maybe there is something down here.
Roll investigation, I guess.
I will, and you know what? I'm not bad at investigation.
investigate the fuck out them boards.
That's a 19.
With a 19, what you're looking at, Guy, as you're looking around the walls and the boards in this below deck, you see, firstly, what Spring noticed is that this used to be a gun deck. There were mountings for cannon down here. You also see, what nation is Guy from? What kind of history has Guy got?
Sarah. We're from
Sarah's.
Ember Hollow.
Okay, I remember. All right.
Forest. Yeah.
You know what you're looking at?
Ooh.
You're looking at patched bullet holes, shrapnel that blew through the wall of this hole. You're looking at places where people were killed.
All right. Yeah, he looks up to see Aaron, the fuckboy, and he's like kind of delayed what he was gonna say. Oh. Sorry, Brom. Sorry.
Is it Brom?
It was Brom.
Okay.
He woke up. He had a nightmare, I think. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Oh, baby. Poor Brom.
Yeah, so Guy looks up at Aaron and he's like, hey, did you see, like, there's bullet holes here. You can tell the scarring is from ammunition. Definitely this place used to be in combat, and now, but there's no, I don't know. Doesn't seem like there's many ghosts on here.
You don't say.
No, I didn't.
You did say.
Was that sarcasm? I'm sorry, man. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot, and I feel bad about it.
Fine. Don't even worry about it. I didn't think twice about it.
All right.
At all.
But what I'm saying is, I think, no, that's great. I think Arya was saying, she didn't hear what she usually hears. Kind of weird.
We should.
And then Scythe was talking to a snake. It was kind of trippy, actually. She was like hissing.
Well,
you should come up. Come on, we were talking about it. Yeah, come on.
I was going to. I was kind of dissociating during parts of that conversation near the end, but absolutely.
All right.
I'm here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Let's go this way. Up. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys return to the deck. As that's happening, what's happening up on deck? Renata, Spring, Scythe, Arya. You guys are still on deck. Guy has left. And
Arya was walking away to separate herself, to my knowledge.
Right, to try and isolate, I suppose.
Take a short rest and talk to a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I think Scythe had at this point chosen to respect the snake's boundaries.
Boundaries are important.
And so she just kind of backs a few paces towards the deck of the ship and is just going to watch the water for a bit, I think.
Okay, roll me perception. Renata, what are you doing?
She has insisted on helping, so she's carrying things.
Okay. There's not, like...
Even if it's not really that helpful, but she feels useless if she's not doing something.
You are handed some rope to hold on to as the sail is fully furled.
Oh, I could do that.
12.
The deckhand
She
is
looks
like,
satisfied.
great, thanks. And he goes to do something else.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there's not, like, people don't just exist on ships and move crates. That doesn't really happen.
But she would have done it if she had to.
I appreciate that.
There was nothing else. That's what she would do.
Spring, what are you doing?
I think Spring is just kind of like a nerd about like the ship construction. And like in the same way that Guy was like looking at the bullet holes to sort of just like Guy was at least helping Aaron. I think Spring is just looking around being nosy because she's curious and she's like, I want to know what the ship is like and how it's different from the other ships that we've been on, etc.
Okay. Sure, you catalog the ship. As a native of Ceres, roll me an investigation and a history check.
Sure.
Spring 2?
Everybody
Spring too. Oh yeah, Spring is
Spring dose.
with a 27 investigation and a 21 history. You know this ship was at one point a Tridonian Lancer class interceptor ship. It's not very big, but it's very fast. It was probably at some point used either to fight and sink pirates as a privateer ship, or it was likely used in a task force to fight sea monsters. This was a fighting ship. You, with that high investigation, you recognize one of the masts has been completely replaced. You can see where it was snapped off by something big.
Oof.
All these repairs are years ago.
She has an uncomfortable flashback to the mask going down. Okay. And the captain said that he was haunted. Cool. I think Spring gets a little sad. And she's from Ceres and is staunchly anti-god, and so she doesn't have a god to pray to. But she is sad.
Okay. You're sad.
Yep.
At this moment, Aaron and Guy would emerge up on the deck. Arya, you're taking a break. You're like isolated yourself away from everybody else. And this time, before Aaron and Guy get to you, what have you been doing?
She's probably been kind of watching the captain.
I get it.
Okay. So the captain has a table set up behind him that he has a broad, very specific map of Kylus Bay open on it. When you're paying attention to him, you see the map, like, it doesn't have, like, it's so close in on the water. You just see numbers along the edges and water, like it's blue. Like, there's no landmarks. Which, like, he pages through other maps, and some of them do have landmarks and islands on them. But these are drawn to be much closer and smaller areas than, like, the map that Persh gave you guys, or the map that the Collegiate had given you guys. As he's looking through these maps, he sets one out and then goes back to the helm, and he's, like, making small adjustments. You're watching him navigate the ship, and he's doing it all by himself, and you realize this is a situation where a first mate would be doing the navigating part and the captain will be turning the helm and giving orders. But he's doing it all himself.
Aaron's slacking.
Arya kind of like whispers, like, "Where are you?" As she watches him, but then she just continues watching him. She knows nothing about maps or ships or anything, so, you know.
Sure.
She's a rich girl.
I just saw... I'm sorry, I need to interrupt. I just saw on the wall behind Hellfrog's head 3 frogs.
You're
They're
missing 14 of them.
They're prints of Japanese art, like old Japanese art. They're so mad. It's great.
Oh my god.
As frogs often are.
Then, in the middle of your break and watching the captain work, he like sets the wheel and then he pulls this lever and the wheel locks and the boat is coasting forward. And he goes back to the maps. Team 17. Are you all available?
I think so.
Yes.
In many ways.
Good. We are approaching perhaps the first drop. I need to know where. And he like
Spring will-
gestures, he like points to the map and he says, "What can you tell me about? Well, do you know the topography? Do you have any information as far as where the shipwreck was specifically?"
Says Kylos Bay, southwest, 5 minutes.
That's all you
she will-
have.
20 miles southwest of the port that we were just at.
Didn't we have a map? Like, couldn't we?
Yeah,
show
I
them?
don't, yeah. She'll take out the map and show the circled part of the map.
He looks at the map. He looks at, like, you see him compare the map you've given him to the maps on the table, and he's like drawing with a protractor across the sides of this map. He pages to the next one, and then he pulls another one out, and he's like drawing this broad circle across these maps. And as he lays them out, he like looks down at the indicated area on the map you've given him, and the maps that he's looking. This is not great as far as narrowing things down. Okay.
As far as we're aware, the explorers didn't necessarily know all the way what they were looking for, like where it was that they were looking.
Right. This, and he like gestures to the big circle on these maps that he's got, like 4 of them are laid on the table, like bound at the corner, and the circle goes across all of them, and he says, "This is about a 10-mile radius. Somewhere in here. I think."
We might be looking for underwater ruins. I don't know if that would cause a change in.
I think we weren't supposed to mention the ruins.
I don't know where
Is that
any
part of
ruins
what
might
we-
be.
I just want to clarify above table echo. Were we supposed to keep that
Was
information
that one of the
from
things?
captain?
The fact that that was divine architecture is what you need to keep quiet.
That's
But
what
ruins
I-
is fine.
Yeah, there's ruins every
Okay,
fucking
I just
way.
wanted to make sure
Right.
that we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like ruins or shipwreck.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know if that would. I don't know much about sailing. Would that cause any kind of discernible?
It doesn't help. Kylos Bay is very deep out here.
There were.
Hmm?
Shit. I don't know. Look at Renata. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what about the golden lights under the water? Can we talk about that?
Wait,
Probably
wait.
not.
There's a. We could keep the potions of water breathing will last how long? An
24
hour?
hours.
24
Right.
hours.
24 hours.
So if
24
we use a
A ton
potion,
of time.
I could go underwater and ask the wildlife.
We don't need to use a potion. Spring will take out her cloak with the manta ray.
Right. Okay.
That might be better than just dropping the dive bell 5
That's a good-
times.
That's a good idea. You should.
Right,
You should
we should
go
narrow
talk-
it down first.
Yeah, go talk to a fish.
That
Or-
was my solution, was to drop the dive bell in each of these gradient quadrants here and see where we get close.
You can
Not bad, but
lend
this
me
maybe we
your
can help
cloak.
narrow it
Maybe I
down some more.
can see if there's any semi-intelligent aquatic life around.
That's a
You-
good idea.
Be careful what
Fish-
you find.
Fish are stupid, but there are other creatures.
Yes, there are.
That you should be careful of is the vibe I'm picking up.
Yes.
I will be cautious. And also,
I'm
I am difficult to eat.
You are difficult to eat. However, Spring will reach out. I what is this? I guess what does this look like for an artificer? I guess she affixes something like appropriately shiny to your breastplate, to your frontispiece. And that counts as that's going to be her enhanceability. It's going to be like infused with something that has little swirly patterns, and that'll be her casting enhanceability on you for
Neat.
persuasion. So you can more easily persuade these creatures, these underwater critters.
Okay.
Out here,
Right.
the monsters can get big. So if you see anything, a giant shark, a hydra, those sorts of things,
Retreat.
retreat. Don't provoke them. Unless you have to.
I understand.
You were saying, Aaron.
I was gonna say before she goes with their enhancing ability, I would, maybe like do a weirdly firm clasp with the shoulder, just be like, do good. And that's just an excuse to touch her shoulder and cast guidance.
Okay. So,
Okay,
how do
so
you
the
guys
casting
proceed?
time, the casting time on my Speak with Animals for ritual is actually 10 minutes. So I guess I'm gonna do a ritual first, and then I'm gonna jump in the water.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would be the shoulder tap would be like right before you went in.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
We're not. Yeah.
Okay. You ritually cast Speak with Animals on yourself. You are granted... What are you given to swim and breathe underwater?
And she can now breathe underwater. You have to put the hood up, but you can breathe underwater and have a swim speed of 60 feet.
Cloak of the Manor Echo.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Borrowing the cloak of the man.
All right. And then you are given a guidance. Scythe.
Ability, I guess. Splendor.
Yeah. You...
Okay. That's good because my persuasion is -1.
All right. Roll me athletics at advantage.
Good thing that was an advantage.
The manta ray makes this very... makes actually swimming trivial. But getting down to the water is the tricky part here. You managed to climb down the side of the ship, but the ship is extremely slick. Which makes sense, considering.
Yeah.
All right.
I forgot to say something that I was gonna, but
What is it?
can we backtrack? I would have just, after clasping at the side of the shoulder, a rare moment would be like, hey, so I know you're going. I have the ability that I can see and hear what you see and hear if you let me for a period of time, so that you're not just witnessing all this alone. But I want to make sure you're cool with that.
Yes.
Okay. I'll use my Eldritch Identification Gaze of Two Minds.
Okay.
Do you hear thoughts with that, or do you just see through her?
Senses only. But Aaron is now blinded and deafened. He's just like... Aaron himself is blind and deafened.
Like I'm your familiar.
Man, Sylvia
much,
would have exploited the shit out of that vulnerability,
I know,
but
right?
Bernardo
I was
wouldn't.
just thinking that. I was just.
You would have like
thinking
had a
that.
mustache drawn on your
You would have
face.
had a mustache fix on your
So
face.
Scythe is now in the water and looking around for critters.
Okay. Roll me survival. Okay. Hold on.
Oh wait, guidance only lasts a minute, right? Or a roll, so I should use guidance here. Okay, 19.
19. You drop underneath the water, and you and Aaron both see Kylus Bay stretching out underneath you. The Crystal Ocean is dark. It's hard to see down here. There are many stone formations that reach up high out of the water from below. That doesn't make it any easier to see, but it does give you some point of reference. You also see the anchor from the Water Witch, the heavy chain that drops down past you deep into the water. You don't know when Captain Naga dropped the anchor, but clearly he did. As you're following it down into the water, you see the anchor has bitten into one of these large stone stalagmites that seem to reach up from the depths below. Lining the stone, you see there are all these brilliant colors of flora that grow along the edges of this stone. And as you're swimming down and seeing the light from the twin suns, it's already overcast and raining overhead, and it makes seeing down here remarkably difficult. But with a survival of 19, you swim close to that stone pillar, because where there is flora, there must be fauna, if small ones. Eventually, as you get closer and closer, searching along the stones and coral and algae and anemone, you get deep enough that you spot, swimming around the lower part of the pillar, a small hunter shark is just scouring.
That's probably just looking for something to eat, but it's not as dumb as, like, a clownfish. Guess I will try to talk to the shark.
Okay, what do you say?
Oh, 1 second, I'm checking my inventory.
As you focus on the shark, you suddenly hear, and Aaron, you hear as well, in shark, "I smell you. What are you? Come back here."
Hello.
The shark, like, makes a like confused noise, and then it looks up at you. Hello?
I have food to share.
Give the food.
Scythe is going to pull the dried meat out of her rations. It's not as exciting to a shark as, you know,
Sure.
live meat, but it's at least something. And she sort of floats it, just
Where is it?
underhands it towards the shark.
I cannot smell it.
It doesn't have blood. Here, I'll get closer.
Boring food.
Sorry, it's what I have. I'm not very edible.
You smell of earth, metal.
Yes.
Hmm.
Are there other things around here that smell like me?
There's a moment as the shark considers your question. I'm gonna roll a history for a fucking idiot shark. The shark looks at you, and as it's like eating the ration, along the sun's light, plenty.
Is there light from beneath the waves?
Yes,
That same place?
everywhere.
All right.
Not common.
Right. I was looking for a place with unusual light from beneath the wave.
Everywhere.
All right. But towards the sun's light?
He
That's where there's more
the
metal.
shark like seems to like gesture in a direction. With your 19 survival, you recognize it's like northwest.
Okay. I think that's probably. Scythe suspects that this is probably the best information she's going to get out of a hunter shark.
Yeah.
And so she says,
It rolled
"Thank
an
you for
18
your-
minus 4, so
Thank you for your help. I'm sorry, I don't have better food."
the shark just immediately goes back to like searching the reefs in an enemy where it thinks it found something.
Scythe thinks about it, looks around, and then she starts. This will last for 10 minutes. Are there any other critters around?
Let's see. Yes. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Crab.
You see, it's not a crab. You swim around for a little bit, searching between the stalagmites coming from below, and you see maybe 100 feet away and swimming a massive dinosaur-like creature with limbs that turn to fins and rear limbs that are just enormous, like fishtails. You recognize you're proficient in nature, yeah? It's a plesiosaurus.
It's
The plesiosaurus,
plesiosaur.
Charlie.
It's a
that's-
Leopleurodon, Charlie.
That's awesome. Oh,
Does
God,
it
surprise
bite
dogs.
you?
You see schools of fish in the immediate area like scatter as this enormous dinosaur just...
Yeah, I don't know if interrogating the plesiosaurus is as a wise choice here, and I'm thinking of what do I know about this giant fish beast?
Roll nature.
That's a natural one.
Oh. Big fish thing.
Yeah, I don't know shit
Has
about
really big, has really long neck. Seems strong.
this. Yeah. I think I'm gonna swim back to the ship and not risk my. I'm not gonna risk provoking something that large with my lack of knowledge about
Yeah,
it.
it's literally huge.
It's big. It's big. It's a big boy or a big girl. So I'm just gonna swim back to the ship.
Okay, you do that. You swim back to the ship, you emerge. The ladder is extended down, so you climb up it. Okay.
And Scythe says, I talked to a shark. There's a very large plesiosaurus in the water, so I left. But the shark said there is a great deal of metal to the northwest of here.
That was wise. It also helps. Only one of the quadrants is direct northwest. Maybe we can get away with only one dive.
Thank you for your assistance. She takes off the cloak to give back to the dripping cloak to give back to Spring.
So, question, Echo. If I'm blinded and deafened, I can still talk, right?
Yeah. You also,
And
like,
Scythe is-
you hear Scythe next to you talking. So.
Yeah, so Scythe is back on deck, and I'm just like, I haven't let go of Gaze of Two Minds. I'm like, Scythe, can you do me a favor real quick?
She looks at him.
That's all I needed. Damn, I look good. Thank you. And then I'll let Gaze of Two Minds go at that point. I just wanted to get a good, drink it in,
Scythe reaches up with one gauntlet and just like pat on his shoulder, and then she drips off and just like walks off across the deck to go lean against the rail.
Do you suppose that she rusts?
I don't know.
One hopes not.
I mean, I'd like to find out, but Then again, I feel that way about most people and things.
One.
Do you want to find out if things rust?
Let it mean what you think it means, you know?
Let's get moving. Captain goes back and pulls anchor and begins sailing.
Guy's like, maybe he's not into it.
You know, do you think he's in? What do you think, guy? Do you think he's into it? Like, do I have a shot?
Yeah, there's always a shot.
A shot at
How
what?
bad of a shot? Wait, who said a shot at? Who said a shot at what? Were you?
That's Spring. Spring does not understand the context of the shot at what.
Oh, Spring. I haven't known you very that long. Are you very literal?
Yeah.
I'd like to have sex with the captain
Oh.
Oh.
and most
Sometimes
the
you
people
gotta
on this
ask,
boat.
right? Yep.
Huh.
Most?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's always exceptions. It's not going to be everybody, but you know.
Guy's looking around now. He's like,
Trying to gauge. For himself or for Aaron?
For
I mean,
Who
you don't have
wouldn't
to. You don't have to.
dang?
You don't really have to guess. I would gladly tell any of you. You know, I just throw it out there most times. I take a machine gun approach with most things. I just spray, and
An interesting choice of words.
But
for
there's
this
a
topic.
limit. So I guess I guess it's like not shooting kids, right? That's
no, well, no. I mean, here's the thing. I'm gonna get more no's. I'm gonna get more misses than I am hits, right? But like, all I need's one. All right,
Yeah.
all I need's one.
No
So
wonder-
like,
No.
probability
wonder Sylvie
wise,
didn't
Sylvie liked me. Silver liked me a lot. I'm gonna
No,
tell you what,
She
she
didn't
did.
like you because she didn't like you because you reminded her too much of herself.
I think I was making headway. I do. I really do. Just needed more time, you
It
know.
was a
Just
really
needed some
dark
time.
mirror for her.
You go ahead and think that.
I will. It comforts me a lot.
Scythe is playing with her necklace.
Spring.
Spring, Scythe. Jesus. Why am I doing this with my character? I'm so
Sprythe.
I mean, Spring, as you are so literal, let me just ask you this. If I chose not to believe that, the alternative would be quite depressing. Yes?
If you chose not to believe what?
That, like, you know, I was making headway, that I had chances with people, that I was just some kind of person taking shots to fill some sort of gaping hole in myself. You know, any number of things. You know, very depressing sounding.
Aaron, some people are gay.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, did I miss that?
Yes.
Aaron, I'm hearing a lot of words from you that, do you just want to talk later?
Absolutely not. And I just leave.
It sounds like you really need someone to talk to. Should I try again?
I think you're the only one I don't want to talk to. Because, all right, I'm just getting a vibe.
Is there something wrong with me?
No, see, sometimes what happens is you have to take something. You ever have something bad happen, you know, or something you don't like?
Yes.
You push it down deep.
No.
You know what I'm
No.
saying? Yes.
That's the opposite of what you're supposed to do.
You push it as deep down as you can, and then it can't hurt you ever again.
No, I really feel like we should unpack this later.
Thanks for agreeing with me. And I just walk away.
Oh no.
Maybe after we go diving.
He seems deeply troubled.
You know, sometimes some people say the sea is like a metaphor, right? For like your emotions.
Maybe. So there's a hidden depth to it that's dangerous and dark?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think that applies to him?
I think definitely. I think it applies to everybody.
Okay.
I
can
think
help.
it applies to most people.
Maybe you can
Except
help,
me.
but you know,
Yeah,
you gotta
okay.
wait until people are ready to open up. And I feel like he's putting a lot of energy into not.
But if
doing
they
that.
sit with it, it only gets worse.
Well,
Gotta be
people
ready.
do a lot of things. Yep.
Okay.
In any case, he is extremely vain, and I find that hilarious.
I actually think it's the exact opposite. I think he hates a lot of himself.
Are you guys saying this out loud?
I can
trying to
still
understand
hear
him.
all of
Yes,
you.
guy, like, please, let's not. This is like a new thing the Mariguard is teaching clerics to. I don't
No,
know.
this is personal. I want to help my
Oh.
friends.
We're in position.
Oh, okay, after. Definitely after.
Everyone, please be ready. The dive bell is going to take a little to prepare.
Spring is gonna look over at Scythe and
When
say,
he says that, everybody be ready, she comes back together. She was just brooding off into space as she do.
And Aaron comes back
Sure.
up too at that because he definitely was like not very far. He was eavesdropping 100% on that conversation.
Okay.
Spring is going to look over at Scythe and say, if we do run into anything, the cloak will make you faster. Do you want to be faster underwater?
You should give that to someone who is not already fast.
Is there anyone that doesn't swim well? She looks at Renata.
Oh, well, the armor does get a little heavy.
That's what I think. It will be difficult for me too, which is part of why I have the cloak, but I think I would rather you have it if you...
How does swimming work? I don't. Wait.
It's
Yeah, what are the
athletics.
mechanics?
Proficient in athletics.
If you have a swimming speed, you don't need to roll anything. If you do not have a swimming speed, swimming is an athletics roll, and the better your athletics roll, the closer to your movement speed you swim.
Oh, I might actually be okay then.
That sounds complicated.
It's
The
not.
I'm Priscilla, and I'm a
it's-
strong swimmer.
It's not complicated, I promise, Elfrock.
Okay, I trust you.
That's
I
good.
think maybe
Okay,
you should
if you're not-
keep it, Spring.
Okay, it would be helpful with the armor. But if you need it at any point, Scythe, you let me know.
That's a
Spring
yes.
will put on the cloak.
I'm a terrible swimmer, but I can get around it in a pinch just fine.
Would you prefer to have the
No.
cloak then? Okay.
No, it's okay. As we're getting ready, Echo, I'm going to remove my studded armor and use that ability to do Armor of Shadows. So mage armor, because it buffs me
You do that.
by 1. Okay.
Sure. Yeah,
Does it
no
make
problem.
you look more buff?
Does it what?
Does it make you look
more
buff?
buff?
No, actually, since you guys were in here, my mage armor weirdly doesn't look like armor. I just get, like, weirdly more good looking, for lack of a better term. No, it, like, legit. Like, it's kind of like I'm wearing, like, a very shimmering onyx suit similar to my fuckboy picture, but it's almost, like, shimmering. Features
get,
get
like, a
more
ring light,
chiseled.
right?
Yeah,
Yes.
hair is
Yeah,
feathered.
You've got like
Like,
extremely well
Suddenly, a very flattering light shines across you.
near
Filter.
perfect looking. Like, near
Mhm.
perfect looking.
Spring will actually do a double take.
Wow, magic is strange.
Hmm.
How
What?
does this bell work? Do we get in?
Let's go.
So hold on a minute.
How do bells work?
Ding, 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 ding.
It's okay. The dive bell is a massive, round, mostly brass structure that is very heavy, and the ship has a crane attached to the frontmost mast. And the way the dive bell works is it traps air within the bell and then lowers it into the ocean. There is a maximum depth the dive bell can reach. Hopefully, it's not within where you guys are going to reach. As the dive bell goes down, it gives you a pocket of air that you can safely stay in, despite being extremely deep. Also, the dive bell is, while it gets deeper, it also becomes lighter, and you can use it to escape quickly if you need to. It has viewports around the edges of it, just these glass panes that literally just give you basically a view of 90 degrees in all directions outside of it. Lastly, at the edges of the dive bell are enchanted crystals that glow, so you can see where the dive bell is, and also it does provide a little bit of light as you descend.
How dark is it where we're going?
Very probably.
Probably real dark. It is deep. The
Okay.
crystal ocean is not forgiving as you get deeper into it.
I do have some dark vision, so.
I asked the shark about light from beneath the waves, and it just everywhere. Enlightening.
Light. What do you mean?
Well, apparently the shark didn't know either.
I have heard rumors of golden light flashing beneath the waves out here. But it's only happened apparently maybe once or twice from what I've heard from other sailors.
That's wild.
Strange indeed.
He looks at you suspiciously, but does not.
Guy has a good poker face. I don't. Guy does.
Sure. He's looking at Renata.
I have an okay I'll roll it if I have to.
He's not insight checking you. He's just like, that was weird.
That is weird. Yeah.
Weirdos.
We're weirdos.
Okay. You all pile into the dive bell as it is descending into the water. And the dive bell begins to drop. And as it does, here's what you guys see as you...
Undudusy. Sylvie swims by.
Oh, look at the ocean moving.
Does she now?
Yeah. Oh no.
That's not what you see.
What a cool splash screen, though.
Sylvie just body rolling under there. Like, hey.
Oh my god. Exactly what would be happening.
Fancy meeting you here.
All right. A moment, please. Okay, so as the dive bell drops, it is not big. It is about 10 feet in radius, so it's like a 20-foot disc, basically, worth of air that's dropping. That's not the right one. Apologies. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Boy.
Okay, that'll do. Oh god, it's messed everything up. Here we go. Imagine if everything worked the first time.
Inconceivable.
Agreed. This is what you see.
Oh my god.
That's bright. We've got
As
a
you're
ship.
descending,
Or
you
two.
see the ruins of a pair of ships.
Oh hey.
Do we have a
Now
sense
might be
that
the...
these are the ships that we're looking for?
We're looking for a ship.
You're looking for one ship. The fact that there are two is strange.
They look older than a week,
Oh,
I
yes.
assume.
No,
Oh.
they just look like they've been absolutely ravaged.
Now might
I
be the time to
apologize, the
take
map
our
does have
water
like
breathing.
coral on them.
Yeah, I think I'm
It's just
gonna drink
vibing.
that because I'm scared.
Me too. I'm gonna take my water breathing potion.
Okay. The dive bell has stopped maybe like 20 feet above the actual ocean floor. What were you saying, Raz?
I said I was going to take mine as well.
Okay, so everybody is drinking the water breathing potion except
Spring, who has the manta ray cloak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have one extra, I guess.
So you have 24 hours of water breath on all of you.
Can we see any like markings on these ships, like their names or anything?
Yeah.
Identifying features.
Roll investigation. Anybody who's
Can I
looking.
do that
I
too?
was gonna, yeah, I was gonna look. I was gonna see if I can kind of case the ships in the same way that I was with our own, sort of like as a Ceresian. Like, what kind of ships do they look like? Do they look like? Do I have a sense of where they come from, etc.?
Yeah, you can roll investigation. Excuse me. That's
Thank
not great, but with that investigation, Spring, unfortunately, it's really hard to tell considering the damage these ships have taken. You're pretty sure they were Ceresian make. That's all you get.
Okay.
You're not sure what class. That being said, though, Guy, Aaron...
No, I got a 16 because I'm exhausted. Sorry.
Aaron and Scythe, the two of you see this vessel is missing the prow, and the prow north of you is submerged to the point where you cannot actually see the name of the vessel. But this one, proudly across the prow on the right-hand side, it says the Azure Talon.
Oh, that's the
That's
one.
the one we're looking for.
Oh, this is not good.
Looks
Wait,
like
we're underwater. We can breathe, but what about talking?
Well, we're in the diving bell right now.
Now, at
so
the moment, you're in the
Okay.
diving bell.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to say that if you want to speak while actually in the water, it's just a charisma check.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm here for it.
Good
no.
thing Scythe doesn't talk much.
I think before we leave, Spring is gonna set her multi-tool to the message cantrip.
Okay, you do that.
I would relate to them that because it was just me and Sai that saw that it was the Azure Talon, right?
Yeah, well, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, we'll relay that to him.
Oh, it's right there.
Looks like we've got some searching to do, though. For one thing,
Find
there's
the
two-
crew alive or find what they were looking for.
As you
Alive.
like, your guys are in the diving bell, so you're looking out these little portholes. Renata, with your passive perception, you do see, like, drifting off the side of the ship as if some dirt was disturbed. Something is moving in the ship.
Oh, I see something moving out there, guys. Can she focus in on it, see if she can see anything more particular? No, it's something.
No, it's like in the ship. You can't really see it.
Which part of the ship is it? Can you ping it, please?
Yeah, you saw it, like, here.
Okay, movement inside that part of the ship.
I think we need to investigate.
Agreed.
Certainly.
How do we eject from the diving
You just
bell?
swim down.
Oh,
It's
okay,
open
so we
bottom.
swim out.
It's
Yeah.
basically a trapped pocket of air that the weight of the bell is keeping there.
Cool. So, yeah, Scythe is going to swim out.
I'll come
Squishy,
with.
splashy.
Okay.
So,
Spring will-
yeah,
I will
splash
follow
it up.
her.
You can move
So-
freely, as you guys like, as you explore this area.
Just gonna get a little closer where she saw the movement, but not get up into it. Just kind of see if there's like an opening or a hole she can look further in.
Okay. As you look in, you get a little closer. A moment.
And there's enough light down here that we can all see.
Yeah, you can see the light from the dive bell, and also the ambient light coming from above is bright enough that you can see what's going on and where you are.
Excellent.
Is this a pile of money on the ship?
Looks like
Where?
coral.
No, that's coral.
Oh, okay. I got excited about
Sorry.
imaginary money. It's all right.
What you see, Renata, as you look into the hull, You see crew. Dead.
Oh, fuck.
Many of them look like they were at stations or they were trying to repair the ship in the middle of something, but all of them look, their faces, their eyes are open wide and their mouths are open in horror.
Like they're floating in the interior.
Yeah, they're in like the they're pressed up against the underside of the deck.
She would gesture into that hole for the others to see.
So something killed them.
Seems like it.
Are
Can I roll
they
Arcana?
like
Can I
torn
see
up?
anything in this hole?
Okay, that's a lot of questions.
Scythe first.
Scythe?
I asked if I could see anything in this hole.
Yeah, you can. You see the interior decks of this ship. You see dead bodies.
Okay.
Maybe 4 of them?
Can I make any determination? Like, what kind of clothes are they wearing?
Sailor's clothes.
Okay, so, okay.
They're not wearing armor, if that's what you mean.
Nothing identifiable as like a uniform or like able to tell where they were from or anything.
Yeah, not quite. All right.
All souls feared lost.
Next question. Hellfrog, what did you ask?
Does it look like the bodies are like injured? Like something tore them apart? Are they? What do they look like?
Okay, so you'd have to actually perform a medicine check to see if you could figure out what happened to them.
Okay. Well, I am a bard, so I can bullshit.
Mhm.
19. Wait, no, I have disadvantage. Fuck. Oh, 19.
19. A natural 20. Hot damn. Okay.
Yep.
Well, the
that's-
19.
Sorry.
You don't see slashes. You don't see bullet wounds. You don't see stab wounds. They look like they drowned. All of them.
That's weird. I think to myself.
Okay.
So that I don't drown when I try to talk underwater.
You
You
can
wouldn't
breathe
drown,
water
but can
right
breathe
now.
underwater.
Oh, so I can talk?
Yeah, it's just a
Yep.
charisma check to actually be audible.
Okay.
If you guys can speak, if any of you can speak Primordial, Primordial works normally underwater.
Nope.
Okay, well, let me
I
do
can.
this.
I can, actually.
Charisma,
need
but
the
at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
23. You can understand me. Okay.
I mean,
You-
but do they have to be speaking primordial to be
No.
cogent? Oh, shit.
You can speak common underwater with a charisma check, because
So,
let's make
to
this
the cluster
easier
of
than
people around here that could hear me, I will say, looks like they drowned.
Strange. Echo, you said that they looked afraid.
bullshit. Oh, yeah. All of them, all
Can I
of their
roll a-
faces look terrified.
Can I roll Arcana to see if it's like a fear spell, like a magically induced fear? Or if there's like any critters that
They look
do that?
afraid. You can roll an Arcana, but it's not likely that you'll glean anything.
Natural 20.
Something
She
has...
said that.
It still doesn't glean much. Like, it doesn't matter how well you fucking roll. With a 31, it could have been a magical fear. It could have been a mundane fear. Something frightened them. But they drowned. So it's not like they died of psychic energy.
Right. And there's not like wounds on their bodies, as we've just.
Some of them have wounds, but they don't look like they were dealt by someone. It looks like that maybe they were dealt those wounds by the ship sinking or being rattled around in the hull. But there's no lacerations. There's no murder wounds. What do you guys do?
Will the transcription paper work underwater?
Not well.
Okay.
Yeah. If Scythe's going in, I'm going in too.
Yeah,
Okay.
Side's idea now is to try to search around the interior of the ship and see
Which ship?
the one that she just went to. The
This
one.
one.
That was already
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
To see if she can figure out, like, did they take on any interesting things? Like, do they just whatever she can find inside the ship?
You see a couple bodies in. So that hole that you went through leads straight to what looks like, not necessarily a crew deck, but like a quarters. Not the captain's quarters, but maybe like a fine dining room, basically. The galley, but for like the officers. As you're looking in this room, you do see a couple bodies that are close together. One of them is wearing just like sailing clothes like any other crewman that you've seen. But one of them is wearing finery, a long coat that is adrift in the water. These two bodies, unlike every other body in the water, their hands are like wrapped up around each other as if they were struggling. And around the neck of the man in the long coat, you see it's like a float in the water, a golden medallion. This medallion has a particular sigil on its face. It is an 8-pointed star that is wrapped in chains.
Do I?
Oh, is that
recognize
familiar to anyone?
It's not a religious symbol.
Can
What
I
do
roll
you-
history?
Hold on. Scythe is the one who discovered this. What do you do, Scythe?
I mean, I'm inclined to examine it, see if I can. But do I? I don't recognize anything about the symbol. It's not a religious symbol.
It is definitely not a religious symbol.
Okay.
There's no way you'd know what this is.
Okay. I'm kind of inclined to take it and show the others.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna loot the guy.
Okay. Okay. You
Curious.
take the medallion. The instant your fingertips touch the medallion,
Uh-oh.
you
Yeah.
see a vision, a flashback. But you do not see something from your life. You don't think. You see a massive, writhing creature. It is enormous, and it looks like its tentacles are stretching out into a black abyss. And then you see all of these individuals clad in gold are striking at it with spears and pikes and halberds. But as you slash at this creature, you realize you're looking through your own perspective as you hack at this monster. The monster retreats, and then it's like you're cast back out into your own body. You hear something as soon as that happens. The seal is weak. It must not break. And as that voice suddenly crashes through your mind, Scythe, every body suddenly lurches and twists, animating. And right in front of you, Scythe, the captain, suddenly lurches up, pulling from his waist a long blade, and all the crew that's suddenly coming to life, but not true life. It's like a semblance, like they're like puppets, suddenly twist into motion. Each and every one that does throws off the lumber and broken wood, and they all are looking at you, Scythe. And we need to roll initiative. But before we start this combat, it'll run a little way too late. So we're gonna start next session at this very moment when Scythe touches the medallion, gets this vision, and these monsters appear.
Yep. I woke up all the zombies, you guys.
Good job.
Zombie.
Zombies.
Zombies.
Time to fight a zombie.
There was a lot of RP that session, so we didn't quite get to the combat in time, but that's okay. We'll do it next time. As we come to the end of the session and the beginning of this new arc, of this new thing, let's go ahead and give our players an opportunity to award another player a point of inspiration, as always. And we're going to start at the top. Gem, who did something that you liked?
I was laughing a lot today. I think, though, that Aaron put me over into voting for him with the, can you look at me real fast? Okay, perfect. I look great. Yeah, I think that tipped it for me. So,
Okay.
Aaron.
Hellfrog.
Oh, it's hard because for me it was between Aaron and Arya, but because I feel like they both committed really well to kind of being awkward or off balance in a conversation or not communicating well, and I respect that. But I'm gonna vote for Arya for the for the mouse of just being like, I gotta go talk to somebody. Excuse me. It was another level.
Okay. Pen.
I want to give it to Aaron, particularly for the conversation with his patron, because I think it opened a new perspective of Aaron. Like, he's horny. We can understand that, right? But he seemed to be like not about this lady's bullshit, which is interesting because like she was, you know, vivacious and flirtatious in tone, but he was just like, what do you want? So there's obviously history there. Why is he not wildly turned on by this lady?
Has
What's
he
going
already
on?
fucked his
Done
patron?
that.
Very
See, he implied, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a one and done kind of guy. We don't know, but
I know the mystery.
like it says that there's a limitation to the horny, and I'm fascinated by why that is and how we can all achieve it.
Okay.
She said aspirational.
Remembered Orison. Emily, who did something you liked?
I loved all of our new characters so much. I love all of them. I want to give it to everybody as you. I think it's got to be Arya though, because she is just so convincingly weird. Like not in a way, like not even in a way that like Spring, because Spring doesn't really care about this very much, so she didn't pick up on it. But like I, the player, I am so into how you're playing this, Meg, and like just the way that she is, and kind of like I'm so fascinated by her dynamic with Guy, and I think that there's like a lot of intrigue and weird mystery surrounding both of these characters, and particularly Arya, and I'm super here for it.
Okay. Rise, who did something you liked?
So I'm torn. I really liked Arya too, but for some reason I always go with my instinct and my gut, which is usually a little bit of a curveball. I truly enjoyed, and maybe y'all are used to it, but Sai's conversation with the snake made me so happy.
So
Because it was just so matter-of-factly, like, it's none of your business. It's, yes, okay, yeah, understood. Like, just, like, really, just so matter-of-fact, like, you're right, it's absolute, like, the absurdity of, like, talking to a snake and being like, gotta respect that the snake doesn't like its business out there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why that absurdity of the deadpan delivery of it really like hit me, but man, I truly loved it. So I actually have to go with Scythe that for that conversation alone.
She's so polite to animals, it's great.
Last but not least, Sal.
Oh, it's so hard. I mean, I could come up with a justification for giving it to everyone, but I am actually going to vote for Arya this time because I feel like this is the player getting a chance to explore some stuff with a character that once a long time ago in the past we had sort of I don't know, I feel like she's getting to explore a story that we didn't actually get to do that we'd intended to do back on ARCs 100 years ago, and so I'm excited to see where you take it.
Okay. Meg, you've earned the player's vote for inspiration.
Okay, thank you guys.
Welcome to the Drowned arc.
I don't like that.
Our potions of water breathing last for 24 hours.
Right, we've got 24 hours to solve this, guys.
That's it.
Oh, shit.
Or it's really gonna be
It's
the Drowned
all
arc.
here.
I was just anticipating our failure by naming the arc the Drowned Arc.
Hell yeah, he's like, this is a big one. I don't like these characters though, so we're gonna get
Dump it.
Yep, just full sweep. All right. Nope. Thank you guys for playing with me. I hope you had a good time. And to those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi Pen,
Hi, Pen.
hi class, hi Emily, hi everybody else. We love you all, and I wish you a good night.